I have a feeling this is going to go 3 games. I have a feeling this is going to go 3 games, and it's going to be an intense 3 games, which means we should get this ball rolling as soon as we can. If you guys don't want to cast anymore, that's totally fine. It's a lot of casting to do in one go. But yeah, now would be a time to take a break while I do the coin flip and we start the game and stuff like that. Get snacks. I had a big dinner before we started, and now I'm drinking my second cup of coffee. I need to be careful not to lose my voice. I felt like I was losing my voice last night, which is not good.
That can happen for long casting.
There's no shouting, you know. Just not normally.
I don't. Well, it was an interesting game with a really interesting performance from Curly back to back under France. But again, you learn the most from the defeats, and I think there's a lot to learn from this game specifically. Also, when it comes to thoughts, I'm really big on thoughts myself. So seeing this full performance was a classic, but no surprise.
Riza?
Hello.
Yeah, what's up, Weezer? We're gonna do the coin flip now. I'm gonna quickly check, real quickly, the VOD to see who won faster in their respective best of 1, and that's gonna determine who says heads or tails. Okay?
Okay.
Do you think them?
Yeah, these guys went. To
Oh
like
yeah,
20
you went
shit.
to the max. Okay, yeah. So Terminator, heads or tails? I'm gonna broadcast it live on the stream.
I'll do heads again.
Okay.
You need to watch the stream.
And it's heads. All right. So you got a choice of map or side. Which one do you want?
I choose side.
Okay, so that means Weezer, you pick map. 4v4 or 5v5?
Let's do 4v4.
4v4.
You said 4v4?
Yeah, 4v4.
Okay,
so
so
what
we're
side?
picking Russia.
You're picking Russian side. All right. There you go. You can go back to your VCs. Good luck to you both.
All right, thanks.
Let's get some good games.
Okay.
Keep it clean. And while the players are loading in, let's take a quick look at the brackets here. So yes, Funny wins in a 2-0 victory against Warrior Sim. And they're now in the finals, which will be tomorrow. Now we're watching NA Comp versus Cleveland Cavaliers. No copyright. No copyright. Please, Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't know why he chose this team name. NA Comp, full copyright. Henry has the copyright for that. Trust. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we're going to be seeing this match. It's best of 3, and they're choosing the 4v4 map. Weezer chooses the 4v4 map. Yeah, we're going to be going to the 4v4, and Henry immediately goes for Russia side.
It's going to be an interesting matchup.
I see Yusuf already trying to spy and take notes.
Well, they need those notes. They have just made it into the final qualification, and they will be facing off against either Visa or the other team. I think we're going to be looking at a 4-game match. A full game matchup here, 3 games.
It's 3 game, yeah.
Well, we have a lot of new people in this game, but we have Henry himself in the lobby as well this time. So it will be an interesting matchup here. The NA Comp squad is all out in force.
Okay, ready up? Everyone ready up?
Am I ready? No, I am not.
I'm turning off Ledger. All right, starting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Immediately getting into the games here, chat. Each of these games can go to like 2-3 hours. So if it goes to 3 games, we could potentially be here till like 2 a.m. So we need to get the games rolling. Well, 2 a.m. my time. Yeah, I think this match is going to be a lot closer than the last one. We have 2 very close in skill level teams. You hear that from everyone. Any comp players were saying, yeah, I think this is going to be a really close match. You have Cleveland Cavaliers players saying this is going to be a really close match. But this semifinal, let's do our introductions. On the French side, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers, no copyright. And on
no copyright is important.
And on the Russian side, we have NA Comp, full copyright. Yeah, we something interesting to note right away. Henry's choosing to play on Prussia, so he's the captain of the team. And also, we have a full 6-player game. So that means there's 2 nations with co-ops instead of 1 nation with co-ops. We can see that on the Russian side, it's Russia and Britain with the 2 co-ops, to be expected. And then on the French side, it's France and Spain with the 2 co-ops, again, to be expected. And the captain of the French side is actually on Spain.
It is going to be interesting seeing Henry on his Prussia performance.
Yeah.
Having seen him play outside, we see the code ideas being pulled out already on him.
We also haven't seen the NA Comp play GB yet.
That is true.
Yeah, they've only played on the Russia side. And then yesterday we saw, well, I didn't see it. I only saw the very end. We saw Weezer's team playing on the Russian side.
And let's just say, I hope they don't play the GB like they played the GB yesterday.
Sure, we'll do the predictions from now, but I'll put 20 minutes on it. Predictions are up, chat.
Yeah, get your bets in. Get your bets in. There's a lot of points to be made for everybody who betted before and won. Maybe some funny people who won back-to-back have some big coins to spend.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people have been saying over and over again, Russia side, slightly favored in this map. We saw that Warrior Comp chose chose France. They had a strategy in mind, didn't pan out. Are we gonna see something similar to that? Maybe not, but we can see economic ideas on France and Spain, which I think is necessary on both of them. Even on Italy, economic ideas. Yeah, just the interest per num just gives you more juice in the war. And you know, just general money bonuses are really good in this one. And we see like people bankrupting. Of course, in this scenario, you see a lot more men, a lot more money being spent, but also bigger incomes.
It's definitely going to be like nice with a little more familiarity for people, I think, as well, because we have only seen a couple games on the, or is it only one on 5v5?
Yeah, just one.
We've only
It's
seen
just
one.
yeah. So
I think that's
It-
why he wanted to pick the 4v4, just because they probably played it.
yeah, they probably have a lot more experience with it, but it is for the people that have trained and played 5v5 in their advantage to try and sneak in a couple of 5v5s if you're better on it.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
mean,
Yeah.
next game is 5v5 regardless.
You know, a lot of people have been saying that Henry is really good on the 5v5. So if NA Comp ends up, you know, getting this game, it could be another 2-0 if, you know, they end up going on the 5v5, because you have one of the players that practiced the most 5v5, Terminator 987, you know, that's his map. And I think that that's a huge advantage for Terminator, because he won the coin flip and he went for the sides, you know, while other people, you know, when they, like, for example, Lick Krieger, when he won the coin flip, he went for the 4v4 map. And when I asked him about it, he said, well, that's the map that I have the most practice on. I haven't played much 5v5.
I think at least the 5v5 map is going to be favored towards Henry's team for sure, Terminator. NA Comp has practiced a lot more out of all the teams that I know, at least behind the scenes, the most on the 5v5 maps, and they have some of the best players for as well. So that will be an interesting lineup to see. So if the French side can net a W here, they might just be able to revert back to 4v4 and net themselves a win there as well.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
I'm going to tell the players that we're starting. All right, we're starting. We're starting. We're starting.
Okay.
We're starting, guys. We're starting. We're starting.
Perfect.
What do you guys think?
I
Lawrence?
think it would take 20 years.
Ooh,
Do you think it's going to be a 20-year game?
Yeah, 20
I
years.
think
yeah.
it's gonna be dependent on what the GB does. If the GB sits there and watches his team lose, doesn't really do anything, doesn't try and do any land-ins, doesn't move his army over, then this game could be France favored off the bat. Also, at the same time, if the Spanish team don't really commit navy at the same time, then the GB can just have a free run and do whatever they want.
Yeah, on this one, you know, Navy is not important in the 5v5. It's definitely, there's some importance factor to it. And okay, Russia is already moving one case to the front. I don't know what's going on there. But,
Maps.
to get maps. Okay, yeah, Castile maps. Okay, that makes sense. But you know, on this map, Navy is way more important. It's way more important. It basically decides whether UK gets sea lioned or basically they have free movement. I'm gonna do a quick player intro because Chad's asking me to do it. Okay.
Yeah, good.
So I'm gonna start with the French side. We're gonna I'm gonna start with the French side. On Napoleonic Spain, we have two players. We have the captain Weezer and the player from Romania, Evelyn. On the French Republic, we have the Lithuanian player Urad and Ged. I don't know where Ged is from. Sorry, Ged. And then on the Rhine Confederation, we have Kek.
Ged's on the Russian team. Sorry, Ged's on the Russian team.
Oh, it's Kek. Wait, Ged. I was looking at this wrong. Sorry. It's Urad and Messis. Okay, so it's Urad and Messis. So it's Messis from Czech Republic and Urad from Lithuania. Then there's Kek, which I think is Kenry. I think.
It is. Yeah.
I don't know where he's from. And then Kubus, player from Poland on Italy. He's the last Polish hope in the tournament. If he wins, it's still Polska Guram, right? All right. And then on the Russian side, we have the captain, Terminator 987. We have the British player, Cell. We have the Greek player, Kakos. And then we have Ged on Russia as a co-op and TTRG and NA player as the main player. If you guys don't know how co-ops work, essentially they can do everything the main player can do. They can move armies, they can develop, they can build buildings, they can take techs, they can take ideas, but they don't get events. So when an event pops up, they don't get the event. The main player gets the event. So it basically just gives another set of hands to do a lot of the build-up, because a lot of players say that's really in the 4v4, that's really where you need the co-op, is help with the build-up, help with the developing, help with the building. Some people install auto clickers, which isn't against the rules. But yeah, that's your introduction, guys. Who are we rooting for in chat? It's pretty even. Okay, bets are pretty even. More people are going for Weezer, Cleveland Cavaliers. Get is Scottish. Thank you. Thank you. Scotland forever!
It will be interesting to see if they're gonna go for a more navy focused build again, or if they're gonna leave that completely off the table here.
Let's see. I mean, GB's building docks and shipyards opening, so they clearly are focusing it. Spain is also built shipyards. He hasn't built docks yet, and France has built shipyards. So there's at least 2 of them focusing it. Even the Rhine has built shipyards in his 5 provinces.
I have no idea if chat is spreading misinformation. Someone said Kenry is from Iraq. Then now they're saying Kenry is from Iran. Okay.
Well, no matter what, he is the king, and he is really good at the game. We've seen Kenry play in both game modes. He's a really experienced player, so no matter what, he does have the experience to claim to be in the game and know how. Same for Kakos as well, and Henry, of course.
Yeah, I will say his greatest weakness is not having a mic.
That is maybe it is a weakness in some cases, but I think that Curly would have appreciated some of his teammates not having microphones.
That's true.
So
double-edged sword.
yeah, exactly. Yusuf saying that Kenry is Polish, so we are looking at the double up on the
I'm just laughing at the one guy in chat saying Ged will win. Everyone spam 1 for Ged, and then he's the only one that writes 1.
Yeah, let's see the ocean of ones here. Let's back up.
Back up Ged.
Back up boy.
Yeah,
Up.
back up
Ged.
Ged in chat. Let's see some ones in chat for Ged.
Apparently he's from the same family as Robert De Bruce.
What?
The chat is spamming 2s. Spam.
No, so the two's out.
Okay, ban all these people.
All right, time for to get some bans, guys. Oh wait, he's doing 1 again.
Seb. Oh, now they're ones. Yeah, that's more like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, now that's more like it.
I need to turn up my AC real quick. It's getting hot in here.
Oh yeah, my AC broke yesterday. That was horrible.
Okay. I mean, I don't even have AC here in England, but we're in the Stone Age. We have fans. Let's see. So Italy right now is only got 60k. Russia's full bill out pretty much. The full limits. Russia's chilling at 2,000. GB building navy yet? He is. Though he's building light ships, not building heavy ships. Even though he can, he should be doing that. The faster you queue them out, the faster you can build them all. Also, you should probably be slackening for the sailors if he has the privilege yet, which he doesn't. So you'd probably say for that.
Yeah, immediately, as always, the importance of Navy on this map is so big. Great Britain, he's got to take on 3 navies all at one. You know, we saw a couple other players, like we saw Russia building a navy and helping UK and some other games. But you really need to manage Navy here. I think UK is definitely the hardest nation to play in the 4v4 scenario, because your skill level on Navy basically determines if it's a 3v4 or a 4v4.
Yeah,
not only that,
I agree with that.
Not only that, like outside of winning Navy, you also need to have impact on the land, whether it be like micro taxing and sieging islands, and you know, or is it just pure reinforcements, or a combination of both? Either way, it's a lot to do for UK.
You can't just win Navy and then just call it a day. You actually have to play the game as well.
Yeah.
In a lot of non-as competitive scenarios, you do see a lot of DBs just sit there, sipping their tea, not doing much. So it is important, as we saw in some of the funny games, being really active on either war front, so doing sapping operations behind the French lines, which we haven't seen yet. We might see Kakos pull that out on this one.
Yeah. Kakos is that type of person. He likes doing the plays.
That will play in the.
Kakos is pretty good at Navy micro too. So he's definitely probably the person focusing Navy. Yeah, so if you just have him focusing Navy and then the other guy focusing on landing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We saw Sir Kane in the Warrior Sim game, even though he beat Navy, put his boats in harbor and still get a Sea Lion. They still ended up winning that game.
Yeah. Sadly. So GB's still not building ships though. Which I feel like you should probably do that. Now I know he is now.
He's now,
started
yeah,
it.
he started with the Man of Wars. Maybe he was waiting for his shipyards. Okay, he's building the shipyards now.
No,
Now
he already had them. He already had them all.
he already has all the shipyards. Oh yeah, so he was waiting for his shipyards then.
No, he's had the shipyards for 2 years now.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe he's waiting for his army because you can't build troops and boats at the same time. So that might be it. I'm still waiting for someone to go Marines on GB. Surely it is worth.
No way. You need so many boats.
It's not worth it all, don't it?
Yeah, don't go Marines. Yeah. I wish it kind of was worth, but yeah, you just need so many boats because you're 1v3ing. I mean, Rhineland Confederation can also build boats, but you rarely see that. I say that, but Rhineland Confederation has built all of his shipyards. What is he cooking? Even France has built all their shipyards.
He does have a lot of ships in queue, so he is definitely building something. It's gonna be an interesting
It's trade ships.
lineup here.
He's building the trade ships for the privateering. We'd see Austria still hasn't built up many troops. Is he capped on manpower? He is. Yeah, I need to start building troops. War
Yeah,
is now
probably
4 years away. You know, you need to tick up manpower. Russia even also close to capping. And he's capped. The same thing with Russia.
Yeah, Russia really needs to build something here. We're not seeing. I don't think we will be seeing as many troops on the front as we saw in the games yesterday with Funny, but we might be wrong. Oh, something's happening in Russia. Two troops are forming. At least he's ordered something built out.
He's building his
He's
army.
building-
Here
Yeah.
they're coming. Yeah, here they're coming.
There's
Well,
the
it's
Russian
fine as long as
troops.
he's not wasting manpower at his max, right?
It's the same thing with Austria.
Yeah, DP ships are coming as well. They're here.
It's funny that NA Comp's name is NA Comp and they're mostly European team. I mean, I think there are 2
Well-
NA guys and 4 Europeans.
Yeah. So what we're seeing already is the France in this game is already built up way better than the previous France. He's really devved every province to 15, which means he'll get 2 extra manuals in each, an extra man in each province. He's going to expand infrastructure. Which is basically the man owners.
Who's the Spanish guy? There's 2 of them. It's Evelyn and Weezer, their captain.
Yeah, they're not doing only cannons though. They are building infantry.
They've built 0 cannons so far, so they're
Yeah.
not doing the cannon tech. I really feel like the cannon tech, it really burns
worth-
Spain a bit.
Yeah, it's worth, but you have to like manage it really well.
Yeah, and Spain doesn't really have like the best economy.
No.
Let's
We
see.
saw that last night. Crudo almost bankrupting. Really early into the war.
Because of all the cannons.
Yeah.
We can take a quick look at the development map mode. Right now, Austria and UK falling behind in development. Same with Spain. But France and Russia really keeping up with the development.
I feel this Austria dev's kind of low, no?
Pretty low, yeah.
We've seen lower. We've seen lower.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's not low. Not the lowest. I'm just saying it's kind of low.
Even if you switch to manpower dev mode, it's not really the peak performance of it. Yeah, Sepp Mass has it in challenge on Pinpoint. Austria historical development. Yeah, you're right about that one.
The only dev to Austria, that'll be perfect. Oh no, he's left the Hungarians. That's also kind of historical actually.
The Manpower Province, the home of QQQ7.
Yeah.
That's how I know it. The Manpower Province.
What's the Manpower Province?
Look at Croatia. Which one's the Manpower Province?
It's Lika, yeah.
Yeah, Lika. Yeah, I think he's still going to do the arty, but what we've been seeing from some Spain players, what we have been seeing from some Spain players is that like Spain goes really hard into artillery, you know. I don't have any doubt in my mind he will build artillery and he'll just build them closer to the war. It just, how deep is he going to go into the artillery? Is he going to go super hardcore? I don't know. Only time will tell. Dino Squad, thing for the sub. There's so many
one thing we're not
dinos.
seeing is the subsidies, Mel. I know one subsidizing anyone this game.
No subsidizing? No subsidizing meta. Okay, no subsidizing meta. How are they doing on bonuses? Okay, 4 on Prussia. 4 on Russia. 2 on Austria. 3 on UK. Honestly, core ideas on UK might be good. I don't know, but yeah, he took it. Yeah.
No, you don't need it. You already get one as UK. You already get extra privilege.
Yeah, but not only do you get the extra privilege, it's for the splendor, right?
Alright, yeah.
So in the beginning, if you take court ideas at the beginning of the war, the math behind it is if you take court ideas, you'll have 2 splendor bonuses by the beginning of war.
Yeah.
Instead of just 1.
Extra. 36 extra, yeah.
Yep.
I have to say, I'm surprised nobody influenced like Italy, Spain, or
Yeah, you can do that as France. Since
Yeah.
they're all your subjects. So you can just
Golden
take one
Age is
instance.
only 7 years, guys. So people, the meta is they usually trigger it like 3 years before war. That way they can use it for the dev cost because it's minus 15 all power cost. They can use it to take techs, and then they also get a little bit of time in the war with extra morale.
I think they're trying to stack it with time it with the build-up phase, right? So you maximize the dev cost from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want it. They usually do it when they expand infrastructure because it's the most expensive thing.
Yeah. Austria attritioning a little bit here. He's attritioning 6k a month. Now 7k a month.
It's out.
It's not looking perfect, at least. It's not looking
No.
perfect.
These poor men. Imagine being conscripted and just starving in your own capital.
You can see even Russia, he's attritioning a little bit, but not as that badly, only 1k. We see the build up here.
Yeah.
The side of France is very close to their force limits already. Meanwhile, the Russian side is not even close. Especially Russia. Russia hasn't been doing building. He's just took a bunch of loans to build a bunch of buildings, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably soldier households.
Oh, manpower definitely matters in this map. We've seen people run out of manpower many times.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just living up to the soldier households, I think. I'd imagine. It's the only
Yes,
thing
Lil
to do.
Nude. Yes.
Let's see. Is he gonna queue up? There's 2 cops.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think big videos would be good. Sounds good.
What do you mean for this?
I already released a video for this today
Yeah.
to advertise this.
I think
Yeah,
you
but
need
it is big. The
Yeah.
prize pool has tenfolded, and we are seeing a lot more engagement. I would say it
I
is.
think you need
Yeah.
like highlights, like highlight reels. You know?
Yeah. The highlights is going to be on the main Europa Universalis channel
Hmm.
this Thursday. And then I was also gonna cut up the semifinals and finals more than the other one, but I wanted to showcase like more of a game. I cut it up, but I cut it from 2 hours to 1 hour.
Mm.
The match that I showcased, but I want to showcase like more of the mod, so people can get like see what you know,
Used to it,
expect
yeah.
more. Yeah, but
maybe.
but the next videos for the semifinals and the finals will be cut up way more. Probably like 10 minutes per match.
Billy Clava asks in the chat, who are your guys' favorites to win this one?
To win this game, this match, I think this is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with what the players have been saying. It's two very equal teams. I think this is one of our equalist matchups that we are seeing today. We're seeing in general in this tournament. I think for the whole tournament, Leaky Krieger's team is just looking on another level than everyone else. They're just looking so strong.
Yeah, well, luckily they're not up against them yet. But whatever team comes out on top here will be facing them next. What do you guys think, Lawrence and Josie? Who are your guys' favorites for winning this? Just so chat can get what they want.
In this matchup,
Yeah, in this matchup.
I believe in Weezy's team because we practice with them, right, a lot. That's why I know them a bit better than the NA comp. That's why I favor them.
Okay. What about you, Lawrence?
I think it's going to come down to the weakest players in each team.
So
If
the
they make
weakest
mistakes
link.
or not. Yeah,
And
Yeah.
which team is that?
I won't name
Well,
any names.
Yeah, but we don't have to go into
I think there.
meticulous
I think there's
details.
some British on British hate here.
There's
Whoa.
some north and southern hate here going on.
No. It's someone else.
Okay.
He
Some
knows
Greek
who-
hate here.
Well, there aren't many Greeks around, but
Yeah.
we'll keep them hidden for now, chat. We'll keep them hidden for now.
These teams are not equal
Um,
at all. Funny is superior for sure. Funny is not playing in this match, my dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's NA Comp versus Cleveland Cavaliers.
yeah,
I
man,
think-
sure.
I'm putting you into the psychiatric ward. You clearly need to take your medicine.
Is there a way for chat to add to the prize pool? Yes. Exclamation mark
There
prize
is.
pool.
You should post that link again. You should
Yeah.
pin it in the chat. Actually, you should pin that.
It's pinned.
Let's go. So if you donate through that link, all the money that you donate through the link directly will go towards the.
Yeah,
Major prize.
just to clarify, that link 100% goes to the winner, and it's winner takes all. So first place gets the entire prize pool. If you want to like support the stream, you can subscribe or give bits. If you want it to go to me, it's subscriptions or bits. Or disable your ad block. I only have 2 minutes of ads an hour, I think now, which is like way less than I had it on before. But yeah.
Well, always support your local streamer, guys. It is hard work, to sit on for so many hours and stuff. And we also give good analysis and stuff. So do at least watch the ads if you don't intend to subscribe.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. House. Dr. House.
Yeah, no problem. No, Mr. House, Mister. I don't have a doctorate yet.
Yet.
A couple of years out from that.
He'll upgrade.
Yeah, we'll upgrade soon enough. What are you seeing?
PhD in gambling.
Yeah. As a lightning bolt is saying in the chat, some of the teams today are actually playing in the official arena server. So there are some people with a little bit of an edge on the current meta and stuff. But when it comes down to the wire, it's really about team cooperation and teamwork.
Yeah.
And that's what we really need to see to really win a game. We saw that in the last 2 games. If you lose the mental and if you let that slip, you're not out for a good start at least. It's gonna be interesting. How many years we got till the war?
2 years. 2 years.
1 year and,
2 years.
6
We're
months.
2 years out.
Yeah, you can see the big build up now. We're very close to war here. We're seeing the big build up. Any side can start the war. Let's just do a quick debt check. France 28 loans out of 176. Spain at 26 out of 176. And now he's building the cannons. There you go. You can see it now. A lot of cannons on Spain. So he's still building the
Saving
cannons.
money.
Yeah. The cannons are expensive, so it makes sense you build them in the very end. But he's not like solo on cannons. It's not like just one cannon. Actually, it is just one cannon stack on France and Rhine Confederation, but not on Italy. He's going with 3 cannon stacks. But it's like, it's going to be like 9 cannon stacks on Spain. Are there any monuments in the mod? No. There's a lot of things that I want to do with this mod, but it's a lot of work. I wanted to add like different branches that players can go for. So there's more choices like we have in the 1v1 and the 2v2. I want to have monuments. I want to do like nation-specific missions that are surrounded around occupying certain areas, and you get little bonuses for doing that. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Sealand does like all the heavy lifting when it comes to the mod. I'm just kind of an ideas guy. Sometimes I do a little bit of modding here and there, like I did with the ideas before the tournament. I did do some of the adjustment on the ideas. Yeah.
Do you know?
That's also a challenge, is that you don't want to overcomplicate it as well.
No.
And it's like you want to add like some fun stuff without making it too complicated. But you know, you want to see also some variations. Like you want to see players not just like doing the same thing every single game. And it's also difficult to balance. And it's always changing what people think is the strongest, what's the weakest.
13 منصور SMTH.
Thank you, Setmask, for the sub. Brazil, Brazil.
Brazil. Speaking of Brazil, I had the Brazilian monster recently that released. Really good stuff. I'm a big Brazil fan right now. Really good. Guava fruit. Lovely.
If someone met you
That's
on the
fun.
street and said, "Hey, let's go to Brazil together. I'll pay for everything." Will you go with him?
Yeah, I would go. I would go. I always
Depends
wanted
where.
to meet a capybara.
What
I'm a
the,
big.
Yeah.
I'm a
Depends
big
where
Brazil
you're
fan.
taking me in Brazil, you know? It's just
Taking you to the
some
favela.
areas.
To the
Some
favelas,
areas.
yeah.
Yeah, Sealand is very based.
Yeah, we like Sealand.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, what's going on in Russia? We are 2 years from war. Even less, we're 1 year from war, and Russia's at 78k max,
Yeah,
just manpower. Is he
He's
banking?
attritioning each month. He's attritioning each month. That's the problem. Like, if you look on the coast, every single army is attritioning.
Oh my god. Stop the attrition. You're attritioning more than you're gaining. Does he
Yeah.
realize there's 2 players on Russia? There's 2 players on Russia. They don't realize they're attritioning more than they're gaining. All the poor Russian souls.
I mean, this is just real life Russia, though. But
All the poor Russian souls. He's losing more in attrition than
Oh
in
my
doing the battles.
God.
He's losing more. What's going on?
Dude, maybe take the rounds. Take the rounds through the VCs, like please. Like.
Okay, let's do a quick
oh
VC
my
check.
God,
Let's
yeah,
do a quick VC check. I'm gonna start with the Russian side. Let's hear.
Yeah, please.
Like 120 transports.
I mean, I
Why
think
are
the subsidy thing
stacks
this is a
so
bug.
weird?
I'm confused. I apologize.
Yeah, it's input lagged. Some of them I can fix them though.
No, I mean,
Oh fuck!
I'm
Actually,
sending.
does
I'm
it
sending
show
a
the
flagship
numbers
over.
incorrectly?
Oh, Aaron,
that's
give me
just bad. Okay.
sheep based
I'll see
congrats.
if I can get my income up enough then.
Some of them have like 5 extra, but that's just input lag.
Yeah, give me fleet based congrats. I built a flagship. Yeah.
Just attach it to.
Yes. Wait. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're not going to use these units anyway. Tech 30 goes as new ones.
Yeah. And the low on Prussia, it is Henry.
Dude, Russia doesn't realize. Russia doesn't realize they're focused. They're right now just focusing on stacking flagships, which is actually a really cool strategy. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
You know, you
you get the bonus on each one, and then so you get engagement with the morale on the navy.
not the morale. Morale stacks only once.
Ooh, interesting.
But the combat width, I think it stacks. But I don't
yeah,
know.
the combat width from flagship is just enough for 1 extra heavy, but still that's something. Oh, and they're ready on the border. You can see ready Spain on the border.
Yeah. When it's more than one if you have maneuver on your admiral. It's any percentage.
Dude, Russia's
Russia
taking
said-
so many loans. What is going on with the Russia play right now? I'm really confused. He's almost minus 1k. He's in 40. What is going on? 46 out of 164 loans.
He's try
he's attritioning like 5k a month from his. Oh my god.
We have to remember that we might just see the first pre-Soviet Union build on this Russia right now.
Of course.
We are looking at some extreme ignorance on manpower and money use. We might just see, I don't know, we might just see an overwhelming victory if you see our numbers alone.
Yeah,
I don't think that you can count this Russia out despite this play right here. This might just be the, the thing that changes it all. Never stick to meta. Always try out new stuff. Exactly. They do have a good team captain, and
You mean reinforcing for 200 ducats a month before war?
Yeah. I mean, the Russian banks right now are booming. Business is booming there.
Business is booming. We might just be back in business with this one. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
No,
they are subsidizing Russia now. Actually,
Yeah?
Prussia is subsidizing Russia.
Well, we've seen that one before.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
a
actually,
chain.
they're-
It's a chain. It's a chain.
Yeah,
Prussia is
yeah.
subsidizing Russia. Russia is subsidizing UK. So UK gets more splendor, but he's not even getting the 600 income, so it's not really doing much.
No, it's there to look good.
I don't have a
Russia's
ledger for
paying off.
attrition, and also we don't see attrition totally lost until after the war. He's still attritioning more men than he's gaining, dude. How does he not notice?
I think he does. Maybe he's just
Yeah.
he might not be well, but we'll see. We get
who do you
an
think,
up to.
Russia
think that-
attrition 500k.
Yeah. What do we think they're gonna deck for? Or who do you think's gonna deck?
It's a coin toss now. Like,
I think the Prussian side is gonna take.
I mean, they're on the front line already. Front lines
Yeah.
have formed already. We're getting close. In November, I'm gonna go speed 2 until the start of war. This is brutal. This is brutal.
Spain only having 60 heavies. That is surprising.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see a naval play here. They're not committing on navy on the side of France. It looks like we're gonna just see UK dominance on the seas. The question is gonna be, what is UK gonna do with this dominance? We're gonna have to wait and find out. But he's already ready for all of the blockades. Is France prepared with the naval batteries? No, he is not. 0 naval batteries.
I see mistaken cacao. They're not collecting it in it. It's a big blunder. United Kingdom sailing from Vienna to Venice. Seeing this correctly?
You might have to double check on that.
Yeah, UK is pushing
Oh, okay.
trade from Vienna to Venice. They're boosting Italy up? Wait, what?
Yeah, apparently. And GB isn't collecting even there. I feel sorry for the arse there, yeah? He's getting bullied.
Well, sometimes what you need to really perform is being at a disadvantage.
I have to say, I don't understand why they're not privateering like Genoa or Venice.
Okay, the war started. They've decked superiority, France.
That's a good
Who's
logo to have.
who's Makuba?
Mr. House.
They are losing 2 battles already.
That's
What? Is something up, Habibi?
Yeah, you
Well,
mean
I want to
uh,
give you a lot of love. The war started. The war has started. But yeah, Mr. House, thank you so much for casting with me, dude. I really enjoy your presence here. Been really insightful and really fun having you. To all of you guys, really, but Mr. House, especially you.
Oh well, thank you.
I just want to say
Okay,
that
but
Russia's
please don't
privateering-
send me to the person in chat. Don't send me femboy pictures. That's
What the fuck?
so confused.
Yeah,
is
I
that
don't know
all
what
for
that,
Mr.
I don't
House?
know what that's about.
They're privateering in port, Russia, in GB.
Okay, and now the war has started. Now the war has
That's it.
started, and Russia is just out of manpower. Russia's
Yeah.
just out of manpower. He's attritioning his fleet that's exploring. And who's the one that started the war? Sorry, I got distracted by DM. It's a show superiority war. France against Prussia. This is the first time we see a show superiority war, so it's all about the battles. Russia did just get the tech 31, so he just got new infantry. But he's still attritioning so hard. He's losing 4K a month. He's losing 4K a month.
Good catch from Weezer.
Yeah.
But who is it?
And there's the blockade. It's all gonna come down to the battles here.
Yeah. And also naval balance will be even more important. Because I'll give more war skill.
On Russia, we have offensive, espionage, infrastructure, quality, innovative, influence, plutocratic, economic. I think it's just cannon build. Cannon and landfire build. Yeah.
It's pretty standard.
Pretty standard, yeah.
Italy opting for a damage received build. And yeah, both sides are just staring at each other, not wanting to make the first move.
They don't want to take the -1 battle.
They don't want to take the minus battle. Like, when the war score is battles, they matter so much. They matter so much. So it's like you really need to take really good battles. Let's take a quick look at the forts here. It's really thick line of forts on both sides. You know, Austria going all the way to the ends of his provinces, even Poland. And then Russia is even forted up Crimea. And then on France, we have a pretty thick line of forts on his northern front. And then, of course, Rhineland has just all of his land is forts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a staring contest right now. I don't know what's going on with this Russia, though. This is just...
I'm very confused.
I'm very confused. He's 1/3 of his loans. He's attritioning. Okay, he stopped the attrition. He's now gaining 5K men a month, but that's so little.
His soldier household just got finished, so he will actually, his map was going up.
Yeah, we can see Rhineland going for defensive ideas. Pretty good. I think also Austria tends to take defensive ideas. And also Prussia also tends to take defensive ideas. He was going for the land fire damage received build here.
I think it's because of the fort bonus they get. So
yeah, I mean, you're on the
you cannot
you're on the
rush
front
as
line.
easily.
Yeah. Because on the front line, it matters more than being.
Guys, I think I'm going to say this. The 5v5 map is way more exciting.
Yeah.
The 5v5 map pops off on the battle excitement.
Yeah. There's so many fronts. And when UK is not, like, when they're not contesting Navy, it's just one big front, right?
Yeah, that's how I thought it was when I was playing it.
But that being said, we've seen people only hyper focusing on one part of the front, which makes me sad. I wish that the entire front got used. That's kind of the intention.
Yesterday match against Weezer, they sieged multiple provinces during battles.
Yeah, I saw that. That was sick.
Yeah, that was good of that.
It's just a World War I front here. They're just staring at each other.
Yeah, they built the trenches.
Yeah, there are no trench guns to shoot across the lines to get some box shots in there.
Okay, Russia's gonna take his privilege, which has a cooldown. He's gonna take it right now.
See how much does he get?
Still lagging.
500k.
400. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good. Oh, and he popped his discipline event. Okay,
Yeah.
discipline events only last for 4 years though. So, and he popped it. He immediately pops it. So this is time to go. You popped it immediately. Time to go. You got your
I reckon
discipline.
you go siege Verdun, right? It's 0.
Let's look at the numbers here. It's more numbers
It's
for... it's actually quite equal. Because they do have more cannons on the Russian side. But it's still a slight numbers advantage for French Republic side.
Also keep in mind, GB is still on his island. He's not out off his island anymore. So
I just want to say that Russia has a lot of 8 fire generals that he can use.
Ooh!
And
So that's
7.
gonna be...
yeah, that's gonna be good for him.
If he takes advantage of that, it will be huge for them.
Some people are asking the chat for you to go over to the Great Powers.
Yeah, I'm looking at that
They
right
want to look
now.
at that. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it looks kind of equal on development, actually. Yeah, it's pretty equal. I would say French Republic a little bit on the edge, like an advantage. And let's just quickly look at the development map mode here. Is that a battle? Yeah, there's a battle. Hey, a battle. The first battle. I think.
Yeah, they've gone for it. There's no reinforcements either. The miles
Oh,
away.
they messed up with the Spanish cannons.
Yeah, the Italy might not even get reinforced in time.
Yeah, this is not looking good. There's cannons in the front line. They're
Yeah, there's-
retreating, and Russia's going in for more. Russia wins another battle. Russia's now going in
Are
here.
they going to rush?
I think you
you-
just retreat. No?
You got to
just
be
leave.
careful.
One
You lose way more war score and gain more war score from battles.
Yeah.
What are they
assault.
waiting for? Were they
I think,
overstacking?
I think they was assaulting. They're gonna try and assault. I think.
No, no, it will be
Yeah,
suicide.
they are. They are. Look, they're doing it.
They're assaulting
I don't
Zara,
know why.
and it
I don't know
gets
why
stopped.
They would do it, but yeah. I mean,
Oh,
Italy's getting
Oh,
absolutely
huge
demolished.
battle on Lika though.
Yeah, look, Italy with the fine average receipt build is getting absolutely shredded still. Yeah, oh, there's no cannons. No cannons for the Italians.
Now they
Which
do, but they're
battle?
weak. They're
They're
weak.
fighting-
Yeah,
Great.
Istria. No, I'm looking at
Oh
Istria.
no,
They-
no cannons in the back row.
If they get that, it will be huge.
Yeah, Russia have a beautiful cart as well in Frelly. They need to reinforce it though.
Yeah, really. Yeah, but they also they pushed in.
Oh,
and
Russia
did
might get
into-
stuff like. Oh, that's close.
That was super close. Multiple battles. It's all on the Italy front, going both sides here.
Yeah.
Let's
What
look
is-
at the
what is
reinforcements.
Italy's-
They need to move troops. There's troops in the north. There's troops in the north. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Jackarim.
Yeah, Italy with drill has 75% fine damage received, and he's still getting shredded in 5 phases.
Yeah, Russia's going in.
Oof, the casualty diff. It's 100 versus
very slackening.
12,000. No, minus 2 even. It's 10,000 to 100.
Yeah, on Zara, the big casualty difference. There's no cannons. No cannons again. No cannons in the back row.
They have an 8 fire versus a 6 fire.
They should just
so-
retreat that battles. Really
Yeah.
bad. It's not worth it. You lose the fort, that's it. You put some ships on the Strait of Adriat.
And the Rhine Confederation is trying to come here, but you know it's too late. It's too late, and they're actually rushing the fort. They're gonna
They're
lose
getting
so many men here. They're gonna get it, but they lost like 100k there.
Stack wipe, maybe?
Oh, they can stack wipe as well if they're fast enough.
Ah, it's too late.
Slow hands.
Yeah.
And let's just
Up
take a
here.
quick look. It's the battles are going to the favor of the Russian
they want it.
side.
They're also assaulting Istria.
They're
Spain's going in.
oh, they got it.
Not that
Spain's still
many
went in. They're gonna get
casualties,
wiped.
actually.
Spain's gonna get wiped if they do it properly.
No, they're reinforcing the Italians.
No, but
with them.
Austria can send transports out and block.
And does
Does
he
he
do
use
it?
100
Does he do it?
cannons, though.
Yeah,
He
Sel did it.
needs- oh,
needs to
he
send
didn't
more.
do
He
it.
needs to send
Yeah,
more. Yeah.
messed it up a little bit there.
Oh,
Now the mountain
Okay.
fort. There's not enough
Yeah.
cannons here.
No.
Now they're getting reinforced, but it's
catch from
Rhineland
that.
cannons. And Russia retreats.
Oh. Yeah, that was a mistake. I think. There's no reason to take bad battles.
maybe
It's
just
not really gonna-
testing and to see how many reinforcements they have behind, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, mountains are only -1 dice roll.
In that time, stack wipe was firing troops in Spoleto. Okay.
What?
Do they see it? Oh, they don't see the province. That's why. Prussia.
No,
do.
they no,
That's-
you know they see it. I'm on the POV of.
Yeah, they see it. They
Swedish
see it. They
sort
see
of.
it. Yeah.
Wait.
They can't see Ragusa, but they can see Spalato.
It's Austria that can't see it. Austria can't see the province, but the people on the
Yeah.
front line can.
Well, I don't know why they don't do smooth there. It's just free. They just go to Egypt.
It's still very static, but it's Russia making first blood. Russia doing the aggression. Russia pushing forward.
They have the ticking war score now, so I think they're just gonna sit here because they can stab it. I think.
I don't think the Russian eco
Yeah.
can handle that, though. They're losing too much money.
Let's see.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, they've got 183 loans.
Yeah, they still have like 110 loans. Even if they're taking
That's-
a loan a
yeah.
month,
But
that's
only
like
2
10
of
years.
war. Only
That's
2 years of
100.
war.
No, but that's like 100 months, right? 100
Yeah.
months is 8 years.
Yeah.
So
Not enough time, I think. But Russia can cycle its loans, though. Like, most of his loans are like 860.
that's
You have
true.
980. They
Yeah, some
can cycle.
some florinomics can be used here.
Yeah.
And they stopped the subsidizing chain. Okay,
They
so
should keep
UK
going to Russia, though.
UK has the naval dominance. The question is, what is he gonna do?
I think he's going to sit. Most likely.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake. You can't just sit there.
Yeah.
I mean, where's the scouting? Go scout. Go see. Okay, look. If you just scout, you'll see there's a small Spanish fleet, and that's it. There's a small French fleet, and that's it. And then there's an Italian fleet, but it's just being used to blockade the Straits of Italy. So,
Poke the bay, I say.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like the game was up when they just didn't engage day one natively. I feel like it should be obvious for them.
It would be smart if GB, you know, get control of
Yeah.
Bordeaux by using light ships.
I mean, GB has transports right now. He has the mothballed. I don't know why he has the mothballed. That was what he doing.
And it's a full blockade of the north of France. Full blockade. There's no naval batteries, so these... Oh, he's building them now. France is building the naval batteries now. Only one, actually.
Okay, he's going down. Never mind.
You only need it, and if it's bordering sea towers, you can get 2 sea towers with it.
Let's see.
And Britain's now scouting. He's scouting a little bit.
Okay, he's listening. He's in the walls.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, they're playing very, very careful here.
I don't know. They leave the strait open.
Yeah, they can't leave the strait open. You always need to put navies.
They fixed it. I'll use transports.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all you need is a notification. That's all you need. You can just have one ship there.
Yeah.
Are the Napoleon side building more ships? Let me check.
I mean, yeah, you can just put the transports up in the Straits of Dover, and then if you have a navy in Holland and in the Channel, you just you know, you can always get it in time, especially with 2 players.
As long as you know there's no navy in the Straits of Dover anyway, they can come out port. Then it's fine to just do that.
The ticking is not enough. They will be at 40.30, 40.3 ticking. So like it's not enough for ticking to get to 50% that they need to stab hit.
No, I feel they need to I think go for Verdun. Verdun's open and it's flat. That's 4 provinces you can siege for free. Actually, you can just keep going into Holland actually if you really wanted to.
And we can
'cause the forts,
see
you can stop cuts as well.
the French army is showing itself to the British. But this is a full blockade on France, except for Mediterranean provinces.
Yeah, I want to see GB troop movements though.
Spanish Navy's moving. And okay, never mind.
Yeah, he is.
Engaging.
He's engaging.
No admiral.
Okay. Oh no,
No
general.
Yeah, no admiral.
Woo!
No admiral, no
Maybe
admiral.
don't react to this.
Oh!
GB's fleet is getting sunk.
Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, he's lagging.
I'm lagging. Okay.
He's that guy.
Easy,
Same
pause,
agent.
pause micro.
Me?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about his post right now.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, I'm favoring one side.
Yeah, we might have to watch out for that guy.
Yeah.
There's no. Where the Russian heavies going? They're going home.
yeah, just
Oh no, they're not going home. They're laying low and.
But I like Russia has
Just this whole force limit navy wise.
yeah, I like
It's,
Russia's got transports ready though in case GB gets sea lined.
Yeah, 120. So just so you can send in and test that.
Yeah.
I like the balls in this Russia. I like the build he's running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Italy's privateering Crimea right now.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a while.
Yeah, it's 64% of Crimea is Italian.
What are we looking at on the Austrian side? He's drilling. Cell is just drilling a little bit. He's not running that much of a deficit. Pretty good Austria so far. I would say this is one of the best Austrias we've seen.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Managed to equal really well.
Pretty stable.
Very strong
France
economy
also
for
doing
Austria
well.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that everyone's managing economy very
Yeah.
well. The thing is, nothing's happening. All in on
Yeah,
nothing
the
ever
only-
happens.
Yeah, well, yeah, that is true. That
The-
is one
the
of my
only-
favorite bets.
The only mistake Austria is making right now is he's not putting on the free reinforced cost policy, which will save you a bunch of money.
Another mistake is he's staying towards Vienna. And he's
We have a take from chat. What do you guys think about decking superiority? Do you think that's a bad CP or what do you guys think?
It's a good CB if France goes Marble or somebody goes Marble, right? It's really amazing then. But you need to get a good fort then, yeah? Like
Well,
Russian
it's
four.
incredibly risky because you need to get the war goal. Because then once you have the war goal, you can just chill and get the good battles.
I think the thing with decking a show superiority war is you also have to consider that you get more war score from battles too. It not only do you get the ticking, but it just generally battles I think are like double the amount.
Yeah.
When you do a show superiority in terms of war score. So like it makes doing plays like recycling battles and stuff like that way riskier because you know you're just feeding war score. I'm gonna do a quick VC check here while nothing's ever happening. I think everyone's just waiting for tech.
Cool. Yeah, it does look like there's a lot of waiting for tech right now.
Okay, just took cannons.
Yeah, you can build coastal. Just build coastal defense. Yeah, build those.
Russia side.
Habibi, watch Spain. I'm making a move. Big move.
It's I don't know.
I can take the tech next move. Where do we go?
We don't go anywhere yet.
Build up phase is over, right? Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe.
The first team had listened to what we were saying on the cache.
Dude. Well, Aaron's saying he's gonna make a play on Spain. That's what he told me. He said, Habibi, he talked to me directly. Said, Habibi, watch Spain. But both sides are waiting for tech. That's what I got from the comms. Both sides are waiting for tech, and Kubas even said to his teammates, he said, I have tech next month. Where are we gonna go? And Urad responded, nowhere. Sit.
Nowhere.
Nowhere right now. It is and nothing ever happens. But maybe with the tech we're gonna see like big plays. But yeah, that's what everyone's just waiting for, the next tech. Ryan Confederation has been deving. That's a little concerning for him because he's far from the tech. UK can get the tech. Spain far from the tech. Italy just devved. He was close to tech, but just devved. And now French Republic is close to tech. But NA comp, everyone except Russia saved for the tech. This tech, if you don't know, this tech is infantry chalk, mil tactics, cav fire. Pretty big tech.
Yeah, I would say so as well.
Yeah, Russia is slackening. The important thing is you don't fall behind 80. That's what I would say.
Yeah. So you want the morale, reserve morale.
This is the biggest aspect of professionalism, is the reduced morale damage taken by reserves.
That of course means reinforcements. You don't have to reinforce as much.
I mean, no one's going cav, so the cav fire is not a big deal. It's more only the infantry shock. Goldie man, I'm sorry, but if you're gonna keep lagging, I'm gonna have to kick. I'm sorry, man.
The tactical lag. Turn off your browsers and turn off EA, Steam. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe not close Steam, but try and close off anything else you're running. Like your Wireshark. Oh, he's Stefan. Stefan.
The caster here is he's so bored of this nothing ever happens that he's watching YouTube videos now.
Yeah,
and lagging the game.
You pull up the Netflix. He's not here.
He's like, dude, there's nothing happening. This is like the second game where we have this on the 4v4 map. We've seen some crazy 4v4s where it's just like back and forth battles. But then we've also seen on the 4v4 map games where nothing ever happens.
Pretty exciting match here.
Yeah, well, hello.
Oh, they took tech. Austria took tech. UK took tech. All right, something's gonna happen. Copium.
Oh, GB landed in Spain and is getting kicked out.
Is that what you wanted to show me?
Oh,
Aaron! Whoa! Big play on Spain, dude.
I don't feel like that. I don't even know what to say. He didn't even bring out the navy.
Oh,
No.
now
Okay,
now
Russia's
something's
pushing.
happening.
Yeah,
Oh.
Russia's pushing a -2.
-1. He has better maneuver.
Yeah.
It's Rhenish cannons, isn't it?
Oh,
There are no
we see it.
cannons.
no cannons.
There are no.
Re-engaging. Re-engage.
Oh, okay.
Main cannons.
He's lagging again.
I'm just gonna kick. Sorry, Drowsy man.
Execute Order 66.
But the
Yeah.
Russia side is somewhat overstacked now. The
Yeah.
morale's brutal.
Well, they're quite even on morale actually, but they have the discipline on the Russian side, which will play heavily in their favor when it comes
Prussia
to.
retreated. Prussia retreated.
I think they're trying to recycle the battle.
Oh, yeah, they're recycling.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Good
but
on
there's
Henry.
there's a cut. There's a cut.
Oh,
There's no cannons. Okay, there's the
Russia
cannons.
saved it.
Russia saved it.
Yeah, Russia needs to move forward once in Pilsen because they can cut in
Oh.
Pilsen.
And then another one, another cut.
Yeah,
But there's nothing. There's no general. This could be a stack wipe.
Yeah,
This could be a
there's
stack
the
wipe.
thing.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, 100k Italians dead. Something
Need to
is finally
remember that
happening.
Re-engaging in this CB is very bad. It costs a lot of war score.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. That like you can't really do re-engagements with this CB. You're just gonna lose so much. You're gonna lose so much war score. They still don't have enough to stab hit. And something is definitely happening now. And they're now bringing more to this front while still holding Italy and still holding north of Prussia. Well, basically all of Prussia's western front.
Okay, GB's losing navy off the coast of Cadiz right now.
Again?
Oh.
Yeah. Spain is he doesn't have the coast.
Are they gonna be late to launch it? Did they lose cannons in launch it? Yes.
No, they didn't.
No, they're fine.
Alright, yeah.
It's a mix of cannons though. It's not just the Spanish cannons. It's the same on the other side. It's not just the Russian cannons.
It's
But
the
they
cannon
can't
deluxe.
retreat. It's too much war score. They just gotta go with it now.
Oh, look at that! They had 37
Dude.
war score from battles now because
They keep cycling. It's really painful. Really painful. And you can't cycle this big battle. This 1 million battle, you can't. You just have to go for it. That's the challenge with show superiority. This battle is going to be like 10 war score. Whoever wins this battle is going to get so much war score.
There's not really any possible cuts here either. They can't go to Nuremberg.
Yeah, Salzburg is holding and also Pilsen's holding.
Oh, are they gonna be late in Lancet? How much war score?
Thank for the sub.
Oh,
Ooh,
they're late.
that was a big
was 5 war
loss.
score.
That was 5 war score, yeah.
Russia's going in with cannon stacks now. They don't have or infantry.
The fire phases. Okay. Oh my god, 20k loss for the Russians.
Oh, what the?
They're at in. They're at in.
They're out of in. They're out. Oh.
Oof. Oh my god.
Straight back to even. Straight
Back to
Plus
even.
37 till 2.
Oh my god. Oh my god. They lost their advantage. They lost their advantage.
Wow.
Are they gonna stand defensive? Go for assaults? What's that?
Yeah.
I mean, Russia's back on manpower. He stopped slackening right before 80. But now, are we back to static front?
See. Did anyone gain ticking from this, or is it?
No, no, no. It's just flat. Because it's equal. It's literally equal, the battles. 19 battles is 0.
Oh yeah, no one has the ticking. Jesus. Back to square one.
And this is the challenge. This is the challenge with the show superiority war, is that it just swings so wildly. The war score, especially when we take battles of millions of troops, with the show superiority war, one battle is like 20 war score.
And it just all resets.
And GB blundered his fleet again.
No.
How is he blundering fleet when Spain only has 60 boats? What is going on? Oh, and GB's here now. GB's here. Okay, he's sent like 200k to Austria, but that's it.
Just. I mean, 200k is still something. He's taking 10k debt now for some reason. and then put it into something. Putting boats? No. What did he spend on?
How's Russia's? We gotta keep an eye on Russia's money situation. Okay,
Yeah.
he's got more loans and his
Halfway.
loans are bigger, so he's back to halfway. He was like getting above halfway, but you know, he's back at just halfway.
Yeah, the French side isn't struggling as much with money.
1.3k though.
The
That's
Rhine, I
off.
think, needs to commit more. He's only got 16 loans.
And he's got so much manpower banked up.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, his allies are like really suffering in terms of economy. I mean, it's not like anywhere near bankruptcy, but they're definitely committing more.
It's gonna be a tough one if you run out of it. That's for sure.
Well, Russia's slackening again, and he's gonna drop below 80 if he doesn't stop this.
I think he's just gonna take the below 80. I think he's just gonna take that.
Yeah, I think so. How's the generals looking? Does Spain have any good generals?
Yeah, he's got seven fires. He's got 7 fires, and then.
Yeah, but the 8 fire Russia.
Yeah, no one has 8. No one has 8 fires.
Russia has, no?
Yeah, Russia has, but no one on the French side has.
That's brutal.
Yeah. And there's not any good
Yeah.
fires either.
Russia has 2
The
8
Spanish
fires.
cannons does primarily fire too. They get the extra fire.
It's crazy he hasn't gotten an 8 fire yet. I will say that much.
Just a skill issue.
And
They
we're
are back to even.
back to World War I fronts, guys.
It's crazy. With this CB, you can really go from all to nothing in such a quick time.
This could be a 1825 scenario where they just have to win the last battle.
Yeah, but Joshi did call out that he thought this game would go for 20 years, so he might have been right on this.
It's how the pros play, yeah? It's how the pros play. They try to bait the other person into a -1. Because they do matter, yeah? If it's like 2 million people, 1 million people, they do matter a -1 then.
You know, we heard in the VCs, both sides were saying, don't do anything.
Yeah. Sadly, that's the way you play for eventually, at least.
That is how some people play 4v4, but I've seen strategies and some of my own. We'll be able to counter this.
But I expected TRG to be more aggressive. He's known for aggressive stance, yeah. In 4v4.
Well,
I guess he learned to calm down.
He did take a lot of good in offensive battles, and he is running an aggressively bad management of manpower and economics.
The CB, it prevents you from doing anything too rash. If you lose too many battles, then.
Well, it didn't stop the NA Cup team from losing it all.
It didn't stop them, but how did it end up?
And Russia's
Well,
now
the game is far from
below.
over.
Russia's now below 80% army professionalism. I think he's the only person below. Prussia really close to losing 80 professionalism. Rhineland is still at 100.
It's gonna be devastating.
A lot of people on the French side are still at 100. They're playing the long game.
Seems like Russia and Prussia and Austria too is building up a huge army. Are they going for a push?
What countries are in the 5v5? You're gonna have to wait until the next match. In this best of 3, the next map is guaranteed on the 5v5 map.
That is true. We have a question from the chat for you, Habibi. What does 80% professionalism do?
80% professionalism is reduced morale damage taken by reserves, and that's really big. And when you're taking big battles, it's huge. Yeah, because if you didn't know this, your units in the reserve take a small amount of ticking morale loss while they sit in the reserve. There is a way you can get this to like max it out on some of the nations in Arena where it's like at 100%. I think we balanced it out, so there isn't. I think at one point there were nations that can get over 100%, so that means they gain morale in the reserve.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we removed that. There was a point where that was the case.
I believe Italy has a modifier for morale damage.
In ideas.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, they're starting an offensive, securing the cuts too.
Zoom in, Mr. House.
Lancet, yeah.
What generals are being used?
They're not doing Oberpfalz?
Oh, something's
You can see
happening.
them prepping now.
8-5. Okay, that's good.
There's no cuts going on. It's just one big battle reinforced, which means whoever wins this one big battle is gonna get the ticking war score. I'm calling it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be 20 wars.
I mean, it can be overflown, the battle. If it's like 1 million, 2 million people, and you just retreat, neither side will get the war score. I guess the other side will get 0.10.
Well, the morale is in the favor of the Spanish side, and they do also have the high discipline advantage on them. So we might be looking at a scenario where the numbers actually have to kick out the win here. We'll have
They
to
do
see.
have the defender's advantage. I think with everyone being so concentrated on this one battle, sneaking in some assaults in maybe Italy,
Yeah.
north of Rhine, this could
They don't
work
have the
out.
dip tech, sadly. They don't have the dip tech.
Especially
Yeah.
GB right now as well. They've got a bunch of troops not doing it.
Well,
What did
GB
GB
has
do this time?
exported the majority of his army over to in and around Eager.
Yeah, he's
The rest
he's
are-
here. Yeah, he's just keeping like
here now.
500k. It's not the majority of his army that's in Austria, but it's like almost half.
It's good
Yeah.
amount.
But France is making a huge surge in pulling in men here for this battle to back it up.
Yeah,
and so is
France is
Rhine.
pulling in men
So
from
is
the
Italy.
entire empire.
Yeah, he's calling in the ground army right now. They're coming in. He's at 2 million troops.
Everyone must serve in the French Empire.
We are scraping the barrel and we
they're
are
going for a
attacking
cut,
Oberpfalz.
going for a
Oberpfalz
cut.
cut.
Okay.
We're going for a cut on a 7-1 general with a 7-3. Very good. No
And
crossing
meanwhile,
penalty.
my
No.
dad is sending me
No,
photos.
he died. The,
Got a heart
Russian
thumb.
general died. The Russian general was
Oh,
assassinated.
the Russian general died.
Yeah, he's-
Photos from what, Habibi? Hearthstone?
No, for my dad. He's sending me pictures. I got a heart thumb. You know.
Oh. Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
you
that's
gotta-
awesome. You gotta support the fam.
Yeah.
If the Spanish are desperate enough, they could overstack the battle and retreat into
Yeah.
Pilsen and Passau and could cut them completely
Yeah.
off.
I mean, there's
That's too
400
much, man. They get more morale, right? If you
They,
retreat.
they could retreat from Oberpfalz and one of the battles, and then they would have to go from Straubing on the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, there are a lot of reinforcements coming in here from the French side, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from both
I mean,
sides. They're
They are
fucking
mustering.
Big
true.
gameplay.
I mean, here's the thing about only taking like one battle. So everyone will have manpower because they're not using it, right? So everyone has
Yeah.
manpower to build more troops.
Yeah. And oh,
It
cannons on the
does-
front line for Russia. They immediately get destroyed. They take double the damage, but they do double the damage, chat.
Yeah. Opium.
Copium.
The
You should
Kaiser
just retreat
special.
that battle, no?
They need to reinforce the north battle though. They're gonna lose.
It looks like the
they
French have
just-
more troops on the field.
Yeah.
They do barely though. But like, where's the rest of the armies? Oh wait, there's 500k in Britain.
GB. Yeah, that's GB.
See, Russia not
Like, this is
building
what
up
I'm
troops
saying, like-
during the battle was a big mistake on their
Like
part.
as GB, you can see that
Yeah.
no one is trying to land on you. So why is your army still in Britain?
It'd be sending all their forces to the north, it seems.
Ooh, this battle's like there's 2 million on each side in this battle. So like,
Russia should try and cut. Honestly, you can probably
Big
win
mistake from Russia. Retreating from Istria.
Yeah, there's almost
like-
no more
like-
Spanish cannon stacks guarding
Yeah.
here.
Oh, Russia actually is gonna try and cut now. Yeah, he needs to go.
Oh,
he's trying. There's so much that he has to do here. He's trying to
he's
get
doing
in,
some
but
wrong
he
way.
doesn't cut.
they don't have enough.
Ooh. That's 9 war
That's
score.
gonna be big war
Yeah.
score.
And then this one right here, Austria's trying to get in.
Come on,
He's still gonna
Austria!
take it.
Austria gets in, but it's too little,
Not
too
enough.
late.
Yeah.
And oh,
Oi, that's ticking too.
negative 28. You gotta wait the month tick, and then now France is getting the ticking war score. And
They will play more
and
defensively.
Austria might get
Austria getting
strength.
wiped.
He might get strength stack wiped here, or just normal wiped. Okay, no, he retreats. He
Oh.
retreats. He retreats.
That's actually worse. That's worse. He doesn't get the manpower back. So he was actually looking to get wiped there. Honestly.
Maybe that's part of his new strategy. Because he's gonna need a new one if he keeps this one up.
Yeah.
I bet.
And
will
there's
pay off.
there's an infiltrate administration right now, so they can see everything. The other side can see.
Sorry, the French side.
The Russian side has an infiltrate
yeah,
administration, so
yeah.
they can see everything.
Then they can
It's
see the
huge for
emptiness
GB.
in the north. I can
Yeah.
see
Huge for
two-
GB.
two forts.
And they can
That's
see nothing in
so good.
Spain, nothing in Italy, right? They can see this.
Yes. Where's the
GB
big
should
plays?
activate now at this point.
Where's the Aaron play? He said he was going to make a play. Where's the play?
They can see it. Can GB see it? Yeah, he can see it. GB can see everything. He can see also their fleets and he can count them. Okay, there's 100 heavies. All right. But wait, he downsized his fleet. Aaron downsized his fleet.
Did they ever get stung?
Well, either way, he downsized, right?
Yeah.
Clearly not taking advantage of the naval supremacy he has.
How's the loans looking for the French side now? They had a lot of troops during the battles.
Yeah, France losing 800. He's still miles away from bankruptcy though.
Yeah. The economic situation not looking that great, but it's fine.
Russia losing 2k.
2k?
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
love
Oh,
that.
Russia's past the halfway point.
Easily. But
Easily, yeah, past the halfway point. This is not looking good.
Not halfway yet. Oy, oy, oy.
Well, Visa is pulling out the tactical lag.
Yep.
Sorry, lag spike. But you know, like you can clearly see that Weezer's team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, no copyright, are playing the long game way better than Russia. It seems both sides are trying to play the long game here. I mean, it didn't look like that from Russia in the beginning, especially since he fired the discipline event in the beginning. Also, UK is building more troops. I wonder what he's going to do with that.
He needs to move. They need to go for the stab bet, I feel like, the Russian side, because they're not going to win long term.
Yeah, but they need to win battles to do the stab hit.
Exactly.
And now they lost the opportunity of the North.
Yeah, they've got 2 years until they can stab it, so they need to get ready.
Is this enough? It's just enough if they get the full ticking to stab hit on the French side. So they can just stay and do nothing. Nothing ever happens game.
I mean, they can stay and do nothing anyway, because Russia's going to go bankrupt.
Yeah, and they're definitely monitoring his debt. We saw players doing that, just constantly checking other players' debt going up.
Yeah. I mean, if you're looking at Russia and you see 166k debts, I mean...
Chatter asks, what can Russia do at this point to win? I think GB needs to do something.
Yeah, I agree.
I think GB needs to tax the micro. Okay, if you don't know what that means, it means you need to just basically make the other players mess up. You need to look for battles. You can't just keep reinforcing on one side. The morale advantage and the numbers advantage is on the French side. So that means that if it's just one big battle, more likely than not, France is going to win, especially since they have the defender's advantage. So that means probably a -1 or a -2 if they're crossing a river for Russia. And Russia is now pushing in the north. Okay, so they're going to continue. They're going to try to poke and prod, see what they can get, and he decides against it. And then he decides for it, and then he decides against it.
Wogo RUSSIAAAA.
Well, we're gonna be looking at some attempts.
Thank you for the sub, dude.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Twitch.
Big.
Yeah, Alexei, I think you're gonna see a lot more active gameplay if you look at 5v5 compared to this, because
yeah,
if you're looking at a game like this, there's gonna be a lot of static, just sitting and staring menacingly across the border at each other.
Oh, I'm not sure if it's just because of the 4v4. I think the CB is very defender advantage there.
I think it's a mix of both, but in either case, in all of the games, we are looking at generally seeing that it is just more combat heavy in the 5v5s.
It's a lot more.
Oh, we're seeing a push up in.
A lot more tactical.
Russia's making a little into the starter.
Yeah, on the grass.
We're done.
Yeah, that's why I said they need to go for that, because they can just keep going after that.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Barrage.
And Britain is building up a little bit more. Maybe we'll
would really like to see them distract them in a battle and go for some assaults here, win some forts.
Guys, in a surprise maneuver that surprised everyone in the chat, GB is sitting and drilling his armies.
Oh my god, I never could have seen this one coming.
I just want to say, when I was scoping Kaiser, this never happened, yeah?
Yeah.
Big difference in skill level, yeah?
Yeah, we are seeing a Britain that is a little bit higher than we usually see Kaiser be able to perform at.
This guy clearly knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Drilling
Yeah,
does
this
gain
guy's-
professionalism, but it's a percentage of your force limit. They're mainly drilling because
So,
drill is just
two
so
main
fast.
battles up here. We see the south pouring in as well on Celle and
They
and
can
Damen.
get a sneaky rush in the southern fort in Wassenberg, I think.
Yeah. There's plenty of opportunity
Yeah,
here in the
Russia.
south.
Oh no, he's going. Over.
There's a lot of
Italy still has-
indecision here. A lot of indecision. There's the army now moving with no general, and he's gonna
Russia's
go for
going,
it.
I think.
Yeah,
He's
there's
going
Russians
for
going
it.
on the fort.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
Hey, he's going
Brudge.
for it. He's going
Salt.
for it. He's going for it.
oh,
You
But
should
he
do
doesn't
more
have enough
for
in.
Russia's.
He doesn't have enough
Spanish-
infantry.
Are you coming
Oh,
fast? No.
the Spanish
He
and
catches him, but do they have enough to not lose
to stop
cannons
that?
there?
Can they cut them off? No, they can't.
Yeah, you'll get there in time. You'll get there in time. But yeah.
Oh, they're overstacking. Yeah, hard
Yeah, I do
overstack.
like this.
Yeah, the
I
hard
say
overstack
Russia
is
just
not-
goes on a new fort and rushes again. Go for it.
Yeah.
Take some risk now.
You go for
Uh,
Beirut. You know, go for Beirut.
Yeah,
go for
Beirut,
Weimar.
go for rush it. They have no cannon stacks in sight.
See, the
Oh,
Rhine's
I-
now panically building more troops.
Yeah, but so is France, and we saw how that played out before. I think they're looking at the French will just win this and push them back.
Oh, GB's
They're
on his
pretty-
transports, and he's gonna just go to the front line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It,
No, yeah.
it won't, I don't think this will be enough. I think the French have already got this. They have the war score with the battles. They're gonna win here.
Yeah, with
Huge
these
mistake.
battles, they're gonna be on 50, but they can't stab it for another. No, they can now.
Yeah.
It's 1 year, is it?
1 year.
Yeah.
January they
By
can
the
stab
time
it.
this is all wrapped up and they're pushed force back, they
need to apply more pressure.
Yeah.
Go for some assaults now,
So
Russia.
maybe,
Come on.
maybe GB should cross. Honestly, maybe GB just.
An
Is
assault on
Prussia-
Beirut and cut them on
Yeah.
Nuremberg. I don't know.
Prussia's not stacking the admin right now. He's not focusing admin. Has a level 3 admin advisor, so this could be a quick one, guys. If they don't end up turning the war score from the battles, and this is the challenge with the show superiority war, is that a couple battles don't go your way and you're suddenly losing war score, especially when there's like 2 million on each side, like in this battle.
Yeah, I mean the thing
for
is,
my
as
make,
well,
go ahead, Lawrence.
the Russian side is on a timer because Russia is getting closer and closer and closer to bankruptcy. I mean, what are they on right now? They're on 130 out of 100. They've got 51 more loans.
About like 50
So
months. I think the stab
Yeah.
hit will happen first if they lose these battles.
Well, these battles are already sealed, and their fate is pretty much sealed. There's no
mean,
coming back.
Britain, Spain's engaged the British Navy. They
Yeah.
sunk the ships. There might have been transports actually.
Yeah, they might have caught their transports with that, but that is humongous as well.
I mean, that's still a battle.
Yeah.
They probably gave like 5 war
Battle
scores, so
lost.
there
They
you
Oh.
go.
minus 51. Yeah,
And some troops just got stack wiped.
Oh,
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
troops just got
It
stack wiped
is.
on Lüneburg.
They should rush a fort now, but I guess they don't have the diplo.
No one went for mill ideas. No one went for mill ideas.
No.
It's risky, man. It's risky. to do that.
Huge swing back from the French side. But as I've been saying the entire time, this is really French strength that is being played out here. This is
Yeah,
what
the morale.
Go Kaiser. Kaiser already won 2-0 his match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've heard enough from that guy for the rest of today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think his interview was perfect.
Yeah.
Those poor
The
donuts,
donut, yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Those donuts wanted to be left alone.
The donuts
Yeah,
wanted left alone.
I think we're out of donuts at this point.
Yeah.
But, Russia's
And-
gonna need them.
In January, the
Yeah,
stab
Russia-
hits will start coming in.
Russia and his side just
Who
needs
is
to
the
go
Oh,
for
he's
one
already
last
stab
push.
hitting.
He's close to attack, but I don't think Russia will make it in time.
7 years. No, he can stab it actually. No, yeah, he can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it 08? That's why it's 08. The war, no?
Yeah, well,
Sick, no?
they need to somehow win like a battle. A big battle, they win and the stab hits will stop. But where? And how? And when? And what?
And why?
And why? Did he take at least the privilege? Okay, he took the privilege. He took stab cost advisor. He's focusing admin, but it's not a level 5 advisor.
Yeah.
Might not
And
have the
he's
money
not
for it.
losing. He's not
What is-
losing. I
should
mean,
just be looking
you gotta
for,
just do it. I mean, he's losing a lot of, taking a lot of debt, but what are you gonna do? You want to win this game. I mean, they could be already checked out, and just planning on the next game because they know it's the 5v5 and they know they get to pick the side. Because they lost this match, they get to pick the side.
Habibi, if they like, for example, if they win that 5v5, will it be back to the 4v4 or can the losing side choose?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to coin flip the map. So I'm going to do like heads 4v4, tails 5v5, and it's swapped either way.
Okay, they're going for the battle. They're going for battle and cellar right now.
So we don't see the same sides.
Oh, we have a rematch.
Yeah.
Tell
800k death stack on Silly right now.
It's zero manpower Prussia, 100 deficit on Austria. No, he's fine. Big manpower still on the side of Spain and France and Rhineland and Italy. I mean, Rhineland literally has 1.6 million.
Yeah, Russia just needs to go for it now. They just need to go.
By the way, they don't have that many stab hits. I'm trolling here. If you tag outside of Prussia and back into Prussia, you can give him 1 million stab hits, but he's not actually getting that many stab hits.
Oh, what an overstack. Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, I was just saying.
I haven't been tracking win rates, but people say generally the Russia side is better, but I'd say it's pretty even. From the matches we've been watching, we've been seeing France win, we've seen Russia win. It's been pretty equal.
I think it's really even. Like you can this match is perfect to show that the French they have the morale. They have the same troops, but France just pulls through with this extra morale and morale damage.
I think they also got lucky with GB being so passive with the Navy. Like it's really lucky for them.
It's basically come down to can the French morale win enough battles before they run out of manpower.
Yeah, before they go out.
Stack wipe from Russia on stack wipe.
Yeah, that's big.
The thing is though, but the Russian side usually we see doing more damage, sometimes even crazy amounts of damage, like 2-1, but not in this game. Not in this game. It's actually France that is doing more damage.
It's because Spain went to proper cannon build, that's why.
Oh, they're rushing Verdun.
Yeah, are they getting it?
Are they gonna make it?
Italy is going in though.
Italy is just pumping. Yeah,
and
here comes the Rhine troops.
Prussia's out of admin. Prussia's out of admin. He's got another stab hit ticked up. Bankruptcy looming on Prussia. He didn't take all of his loans before he went negative stab. Oh, he didn't take all of his loans before going negative stab. The interest rate increases 1 per. Oh, and the beautiful cut by Spain.
Austria can reinforce though.
Yeah, the West.
Their stab hits have already come in. They have already clocked in.
Yeah, they need to. I don't think. Do they win these battles in time?
The Russian side can win. They have a lot more troops.
Yeah, here comes the Russians.
Where you place them.
The winged hussars.
The problem is it ticks over though. So if I don't know how many battles they've won. You know, the church belt.
Oh my god! Look at the difference in troops.
Yeah.
Oh, this is.
But where's the British? Britain, you gotta go now.
Britain is at home sipping the tea. He's drilling in Derby.
I'm having game impact, guys. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It's the last one. They're losing another battle.
Oh, Weimar. Oh, stack wipe in Weimar.
Oh, it's minus 45 and it's over.
It is over. Well played by them. Well played by them. But it's good to see the French punch back with a good, proper game performance.
I think
with proper battle knowledge.
Perfect French scenario, to be honest.
Yeah.
It is over.
Altmark's taken.
Altmark is taken.
Huge. And 27th Dev Province. Quite a win.
All right. I'm going to get the captains in here. All right. So it's now 5v5. Terminator, you pick side.
Yeah, we'll pick Protestant side.
Protestant side.
Surprise.
Okay.
Do we start immediately?
Do you need a break?
Or do we get a 5? Can we get like 5 minutes?
Sure.
So I go to the bathroom.
Weezer, we're doing a 5-minute break. You can tell your team.
Perfect. One of them.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I was already dragging him. I said perfect, and I started dragging him.
It was private what he wanted to say, anyways. Yeah, it was good you dragged him. It was private.
I feel bad.
It's good. No remorse. It was private. It's good.
No remorse.
Well, that was an interesting game. I think there was a little bit of an upset for a lot of people. A lot of people had in mind that there would actually be any comp taking that, but it was quite equal on the polls.
How did?
And we go to 5v5.
We go to 5v5. That's their home turf. Going to be an interesting matchup.
Let's take this time here real quick, chat. This is another proposed another 5v5 map. It's interesting. Not a lot of provinces. Very small amount of provinces. Could be good. Okay, and then we'll also take a quick look at the bracket. So we watched earlier today, Funny got a 2-0 on Warrior Sim. And now we're watching NA Comp versus Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland Cavaliers, no copyright, are at 1 point.
Habibi, who do you think is going to win?
Uh,
To say.
I think Lick Krieger's team is looking on like another level. That's what I said.
I mean on this game. I mean.
Oh, this game? I think Henry's gonna pull back a win here. He's the most experienced player on 5v5, and he immediately knew what he wanted to pick.
Yep.
I don't know about that, Chief. He was kind of hesitant.
Nah, I think it was just coming off. He's being pulled directly out of a VC.
Yeah,
he's probably talking with somebody.
Yeah,
and it is a big decision to choose on the behalf of 5 other people in the middle of it. But Henry is a decisive player, and he knows.
About this before this scenario. I know that the funny team talked about this a lot. Yeah, what ideas they would go.
And what would they go?
That's a secret. Yeah, if I told you, they would ban me. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're that kind of guy.
What did you say? Something about infra. Yeah. Who do you bet on, Mr. House? I think you lost like most of your bets now. Yeah. So the house.
No, ultimately,
the
house always wins. I never said that I was betting on.
I think.
Lick Krieger, are you coming in?
He's definitely.
Is he gonna come in?
He's definitely. I was streaming for him before.
Bring him then. I can maybe bring him.
I'll wake him up.
Yeah, well, we have Yusuf here. We have a big cast today.
6-man caster is a bit chaotic.
Okay, Yusuf, do you want to take over from me? Yusuf?
Yeah?
Do you want to take over from me?
There you go.
I mean, I could if you gotta go.
I mean, I don't have to go.
He's sounding tired. Yeah, you sound exhausted. Take a break, dude.
You sounding tired. Take a hike, buddy. Take a hike.
Not sound exhausted.
I didn't mean that in a bad way.
You sound a little bit off.
It's my fiance's an NHS worker, so I don't want to keep up.
Yeah.
Thank you for casting these games, Lawrence.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to Lawrence, guys. Shout out to Lawrence.
It's been a pleasure working with you.
Yeah, it's always
I am the
a pleasure.
watcher, as you know.
The watcher.
I'll see you good games, guys.
The watcher of the world. See ya.
So a team funny in the cast, yeah, dominating.
Dominating the casting. Yeah.
This is the sides, chat.
Are you betting, Yusuf?
I don't know. I bet on Cleveland Cavaliers in the 4v4 because I know they trained a lot on it, but I think 5v5 NA comp may have an advantage. I guess we'll see. One thing I know is that Cleveland Cavaliers is more comfortable playing the Protestant side on this map. I've very rarely seen them play Catholic. I always see them play Protestant, and they usually do not so bad on Protestant too. But now that they're on Catholic, they may be uncomfortable with the nations they have.
Our English idea is different than British in the mod, yes.
The English one in this 5v5 is very specialized on cannons, which they have landfire and RT combat ability from back row.
I'm gonna see you jump in for some test runs on a little test tournament against some test teams in the community. Maybe like a mod versus most mod abused people on a Habibi for a little test run.
I'm gonna definitely give more love and care to the arena. There's a lot of interest for it, more than I thought there would be. Specifically for the 4v4 and 5v5, and I think that 4v4 and 5v5 is a lot more fun than the 1v1 and the 2v2, which is what I originally wanted the mod to be, but you know, we pivot.
Yeah, well, the bigger the map, the more the people, and the more skill it actually takes.
The bigger the map, the more strategies, the more everything.
I like this map a lot more because of I like this map a lot because it's a very dynamic front. It's not just one long front.
I don't like how England and Denmark are quite safe though.
Wait, we're ready to go.
Yeah, they do look quite safe over there, but
I mean, this safety can also be misleading. If Protestant League gets rushed down, Denmark has no forts. It can be a very bad position for them.
Of course, you always fort, yeah. Like, let's not do an Curry or Licky, yeah, with no forts.
Okay.
All right, so here we are, match 2, NA Comp versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. No copyright. Let's introduce the teams and the players. On the Protestant League side, we have NA Comp, and they are, let's look at the players here. It's 5v5, so there's only one nation with a co-op here. So it's going to be interesting to see who gets a co-op. All right. The first nation we're going to look at is France. It's TTRG with Kakos as a main. Then it's Jed on the Protestant League, Terminator on Denmark, Cell on Sweden, and Aaron on England, or Big Boss 789. But that's just Aaron. And then on the other side, the Catholic League side, we have Kubus on the Catholic League, Kek or Kenry on Austria, Messis on Poland, Lithuania, Commonwealth, Evelyn on Italy, and Weezer on Spain. And who's their co-op on? Let's see. It's on Poland. Okay. Yeah. And with me, we got our 4 casters. We got 3 players from Funny Funny here. Lick Krieger, Yusuf, and Draziman. And of course, we have the legendary Mr. House also casting with us here today. What do you guys think about this match?
Well, I think this match is going to be very equal, and I think it's going to be a lot more fronts than we just saw in the 4v4. Yeah, I don't even know what to expect. Like, I think anything can happen. I think we can see a rush on Spain. I think we can see a rush on Protestant League to try to cut off France and England. I don't know.
We did see a very interesting play on the last 5v5 where England cut off Italy through Abita. That was pretty cool. The only problem was France had no fort, so it didn't even matter.
Yeah,
yeah, the no fort meta will be coming back. But what do you think, Yusuf? What do you think about this match?
Well, I think this match, what really is gonna be a decisive thing for the winner is how they're gonna take the battles. Because we can already see France is going insane fire damage received build. So France is going to be wanting to target the Italian and Spanish troops because Italy has infantry fire and does a fire build, and Spain obviously a fire build. So Italy wants to ideally avoid fighting France and fight other troops like Protestant League or Sweden, and France is going to have to somehow respond to that. So it really depends on how you're going to fight the enemy. You want to fight the guy who's most vulnerable to your build, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you can see.
I think this is said it perfectly, to be honest.
Yeah.
I have a different take on that entirely. We're going to be looking at, well, number 1, Carcassonne, France. So we're going to see a pretty heavy play on a pretty hefty nation this time. Meanwhile, Henry is dedicated to playing a somewhat more isolated nation on Denmark, I would say, but still very central in the way that the impact you can make on it has a lot to say, but also strong ideas. So I think we're going to be looking at the pressure on Kubus heavily.
Yeah. I think a lot with these 5v5s and 4v4s, like the weakest link really determines these games. Especially if you're on the front line, you need strong players that are in the front, players that know EU4 mechanics well, people that know when to commit, stuff like that. And ramping up commitment is one of the biggest challenges in this mod. Knowing when to commit and when not to commit. My electricity just went out, but it's okay. My solar battery is about to kick in right now.
Yeah, we still hear you. I still see you live.
No, it's the internet and everything is on the secondary battery. I have 2 batteries.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a good matchup.
Yeah.
People are asking for some good old house gambling.
Yeah. Before I do that though, let me tell the players we're gonna go. All right, we're starting. Everyone ready? All right. We're starting.
Okay.
I expect your cloud, yeah, to be in the bottom of the sea. That would be beautiful. Habibi.
It will be interesting to see how Kubus and Carcassonne really face up against what I expect to be a really rough performance from Cell and Terminator on the front. So the forts are really going to matter on this one, that's for sure.
All right, predictions are up. And just so we're clear, it's Weezer's team, Cleveland Cavaliers on the Catholic League. Here's the sides. And it's NA Comp on the Protestant side. Here's the sides.
You forgot to say the trademark, yeah?
Oh yeah, no copyright. Yeah. No trademark. It's a parody.
I was about to say as well.
It's a parody. Cleveland Cavaliers, please don't sue us.
Yeah. And we mean that, by the way. Please. No pun intended on that.
Yeah, it's. I tell the players, sorry guys, the prize pool's gone. Plus $50,000 that I need for legal fees. The Cleveland Cavaliers is coming after us.
We're gonna need you to pay us at this point for legal fees. Legal mindset is gonna hop on the next 5v5.
And I think now is a great time to say, if you want to contribute to the prize pool, it's winner takes all. All money donated to this link right here goes directly to the winners of the tournament. You can make it more hype. Always remember though, never donate more than you can afford. Only do it if you really want to. But if you do really want to, there's the link. And if you want to support this stream, you can subscribe, or you can give me bits through Twitch. That does not go to the prize pool. Yes, people donated $900. That's how we're at the $1,000. So, well, it was mostly Edif, yeah, but Minstrel gave 50, and then something light. I can't believe I'm pulling it up. Can't forget people's name that donated this much to the stream, dude.
Gotta show respect.
Gotta show respect, exactly.
Well, some names are hard to remember though.
Tower Voil.
The France player is requesting a rehost because he's accidentally not the main, and the co-op is the main.
Is that big of an issue? But I guess we can do it since.
Is it too big of a problem?
Yeah, he can't do advisors and stuff.
Okay,
Really
TTRG and Kakos just leave. We don't need to rehost. Just leave.
Yeah, just leave and
I'll
rejoin.
put no AI, and then yeah, just rejoin. And this time, TTRG pick first. All right.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
What was that? They're hot joining, which they already are.
Yeah. That's what
I just removed the AI and hot join. Dude, a lot of big prediction for NA comp, guys.
Yeah, it's
Been
huge.
losing a lot. You can lose a lot here.
On the side,
or you can win big. You can win big.
Yeah, betting on Cleveland Cavaliers, no copyright parody. You can. We're gonna have to wait a while here. Kakos is on like a 10-year-old laptop, I think. He's loading the history files.
Well, he's gonna have to read up on his history if he wants to win this one. That's for sure.
I believe France will dominate, like in his theater.
I think you're wrong.
Like last time when France won this build, right? They dominated a lot. Of course, France got nerfed after that, yeah, with the 5 Steve removed from the ideas. But
The Protestant side is doing something pretty innovative. I really like this, and I wish to see it more in the 5v5. The North Sea node, they're all diverting it to Denmark, because Denmark is generally safe, and Denmark's idea build is gonna focus on trade efficiency. And these basically gonna print money and give to the team, because this node is super safe. We might even see Sweden change his capital later on to Lubeck node, so he can also make a giga trade node. But that puts pressure on GB. If GB fails Navy, that node can be bombed. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So they boosting the Danish economy by pushing trade towards him. That's a really smart idea. And LeBron's yelling in chat, I innovated that. That's me. Other people can innovate too, dude.
An anonymous user innovated this strategy. I cannot mention his name now.
Well, I will say, before I saw the anonymous guy do it, it had already been brought up in the circles that we were running. But some people do make innovations at certain points in time, indeed.
Is this Paradox sponsored? No, but the highlights of this tournament, a highlight reel, like a 15-20 minute highlight reel of all the matches, is gonna go on the official Europa Universalis channel this week. So
We're looking forward to that.
yeah.
Yusuf, I would just want to say one thing. In Denmark, didn't go trade policies, right? They didn't go expansion with influence. So I don't. Weird.
Yeah, so you can see here, yeah, Denmark, he's got nice trade ideas in his thing, and then he's probably going to do the trade efficiency, expertise on trading, the 33 trade efficiency, I'm guessing, since they are diverting trade towards him.
Have we ever played 4v4?
What?
We ever play 4v4?
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Once. I was watching a lot before the tournament.
Perhaps it's time you start the team and win the tourney.
Well, then who's gonna cast?
We claim Yusuf, yeah.
Well, then,
Mr. House can do that now.
Mr. House is expert caster here.
I think they're basically just following up on the question that I had before. If you were gonna do like a small, like fun, like all the mods against like the most like punish people in your community, kind of like a little.
I mean, we'd just get wrecked, I think.
You would lose to Kaiser? That's an interesting.
I have a suspicion here in this game. My suspicion is that France might go for the Curia controller after Italy gets it.
Okay, what makes you think that?
Well, he's building buildings without taking the construction cost, Levi church tax, papal bonus. He's just saving up his papal influence. He's just
He just took
storing
it.
it.
He just took it.
Okay,
Maybe that was a
okay.
mistake.
Stream sniper, ban him.
I'm gonna say it's a mistake actually. You can just take it up natural, or you can just build the churches again.
Yeah,
Doesn't
someone
cost you that much.
was suggesting getting coaches on teams, and the coach doesn't play. He just sits in the VC and tells them what to do.
That can be fun, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, not good.
I also think it's great for mental team, yeah, like for the mental health.
yeah. The
All
coach.
pro teams have coaches, and being a big coach myself, I would say it would do a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah.
If-
Who dealing as a coach? That sounds cursed.
Putty coach is you should pay to be a coach.
All right, so we're still in the build-up phase. We've played about a year here, right? 1 year. They got 6 more years to build up. General build-up is looking about the same. It varies a little bit. Like sometimes you see, it's always churches first, especially if you're Catholic, because you gain 3 papal influence. Then it's either workshops or manufactories. You can see different nations going for different builds. Commonwealth is going for manufactories. Austria went for workshops, training fields, and then courthouses. You can see Catholic League went for workshops, then farm estates. A little bit of switch up, and then Italy going manufactories. A little bit of difference from everyone. Spain going with the shipyards. So does England. And England actually goes for shipyards and dockyards.
Good call from him, I think. He did went maritime, so we expect heavy on the navy then.
Yeah, maritime ideas taken by GB.
It's gonna be a different 5v5, I think, from the other ones we've seen.
Look at Italy's ships. He's building lots of ships, but they're not the special ones.
But no shipyards in Italy. Losing
Yeah, he's building the
civil war
normal
in this
ships.
map can be costly.
Yeah.
They'll have to pay the price, the iron price, if they choose to go down the route where they don't back it up. Yeah, so if Putty stops singing mid-game, it might actually make you win.
Oh, that's coach's advice there. You should charge him for that.
You're gonna have to drive us out for that advice. I'm sorry.
5-year sword.
Now look at it. Tech 18 Diplo, you get new galleys. I never seen Italy taking advantage of that. And just dominating the naval game then with it.
Yeah, maybe that's why Italy was getting demolished in the last one. He just didn't have upgraded galleys.
Yeah. Maybe I should have held that information actually. I'm sorry, Yusuf. Yeah, don't.
I built heavies. I did not go for galleys.
Let's take a quick
That
look at state edicts here. Okay, you can see some people are doing the institution spread, and then yeah, okay, trade power in Sweden, institution spread in all of England, institution spread in all of France, institution spread just in Spain's capital, Austria's capital, 2 provinces in Commonwealth. One of them is his capital. Probably gonna see another cav build by Commonwealth. Yeah, that's just the standard play. It's quantity aristocratic, so just pure focus on cav, and quantity makes the cav even cheaper. We didn't see this last time, but yeah, that's cheap cav. Holy, 8.7 cost on cavalry.
He doesn't have the government 5, which makes it even more cheaper. Another -10 that he can get.
Yes.
Oh, it will become more cheaper than infantry. Maybe we need to get sealant on this.
But Poland did have to sacrifice defensive for quantity, so his forts are gonna fall quick if Sweden tries to rush.
Yeah, you're right.
That one thing in the 5v5 that I see consistently is that Sweden just goes and pokes on Commonwealth a lot. It was kind of funny though in the last 5v5 because Sweden was doing so little that at one point he was like at 4% war contribution. which is probably one of the slowest I've seen in these team games.
No, I think Sweden could probably applied a bit more pressure last 5v5.
Well, he did keep the Commonwealth tied up, and the Commonwealth player wasn't really fully aware at times properly where the Swedish army was. I don't know what he was doing, but he definitely should have locked in a little bit more.
Yeah, the PUC player got stack wiped like 3 or 4 times. I wonder what was he thinking.
I don't know how that happens, but it does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
I can't
Bad
remember
plays,
this.
yeah.
That's actually something interesting. Someone was talking about where the team's from. You know, the two teams that were like all from one place, the Turk team and the Polish team, lost in the first round. Meanwhile, we have two teams here that are very mixed. Like if we look at NA comp, you have 2 NA players, and then you have actually 3 NA players, and I think TTRG is NA.
Yeah, he's a little bit mixed. Egyptian goes to Canada sometimes. He's a little mixed. But really what it boils down to is, you know, what Lisa's team also really believes in is diversity is our strength. So we're seeing like the diverse teams really perform really well.
Yeah.
There's something to really learn from that.
Yeah, dude. The culture diversity is real. We have such a mix of players. We have on any comp, there's a Greek, there's an Iraqi apparently, or Irani guy. 2 NAs, half Egyptian guy. And then on Cleveland Cavaliers, we have an NA guy, a Romanian guy, a Scottish guy. So very, very diverse teams. Whoa, what is going on here? Why is Austria and Italy not allied to each other? They rival Austria. Austria rivaled Italy.
You need to fix this, Habibi. Before the war happens.
Why did they do that?
They misclick, I think. They just misclick. It happens if they're not careful.
Are we sure that Commonwealth or Spain can't deck the war, or that they don't deck on Austria and Italy?
Okay.
Yeah, you can just say that then.
Okay.
That's kind of sucks though.
Yusuf. Yeah, it does suck.
Yeah.
It's Yusuf. Just go to the
But
VCs.
it's fine if they co-belligerize though. It's fine if they co-belligerize.
Yes,
I was gonna say,
but
they co-belligerent.
they
I'll
co-belligerent,
remind
it's
them
all
to
good.
co-belligerize.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah.
I'll remind them.
Austria and Italy are rivaling each other. You guys are supposed to be on the same side. But it's fine. If they co-belligerent, everyone will get in. Okay. And then we're fine. We're fine. It's covered by the rule.
Yeah, we'll have to see, but that does end up happening sometimes if you're not careful.
Yeah, we don't really have many Asian players in our community, but I think it's a time zone thing because the games usually happen in the evening for Europeans, which means it's afternoon on East Coast Americans, mornings for West Coast Americans, and then it's just like, yeah, evening for Europeans, later evening for Middle Easterners. So yeah, we don't really get many Asians. Like once you get like past Iran, that's when it just gets too late to play. Yeah.
Yet we did see Didi Wang show up earlier for a surprise appearance.
Well, the question, we don't know. Is Didi Wang, he might be like a foreign student.
Well, I won't speak to what he is or what he isn't for his own safety, but you might be onto something.
Yeah.
I mean, with the English that he's spoken, yeah, which is nothing, I don't think so.
I mean,
Well,
dude.
you're wrong.
No,
I'm just gonna say you're wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say that when I played for my university's Dota 2 team, 2 of our players were Chinese exchange students, and one of them was a freshman who barely spoke English, dude. We had one that was a junior who spoke really good English, and he would have to like constantly speak Chinese to the freshmen.
It just happens
wrong,
sometimes.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
Yeah, well,
It's like he's a STEM degree. It's like, you know, he takes English secondary language classes, and you know, on his first year it's not as good, his English, even though he's maybe a little English educated, it's just not as good until you like practice it. It's always like that.
I mean, he did make fun of his English, yeah, saying he using Google Translate.
Nah, but
Nah,
that's it.
nah.
Everyone uses AI nowadays. I've seen you pass grades using ChatGPT. Anyways, how are we looking on the Navy front? Is there anything building up there?
On the Navy front, yeah, let's take a quick look. Before that, though, someone asked, what was your Dota rank? It was a mix, but my highest rank was 7k MMR when that was top 380 in NA at the time. That was back in 2019, right before COVID. Anyways, let's look at the navies here. The Navy buildup, pretty important, even though there's no really threat for Sea Lion on England because he's in the Protestant League. Navy is still important. Blockades have huge impact, devastation, economy-wise, and could be really hurtful. Can be really, really hurtful to England, or any of the naval nations, or even on Spain.
Denmark node can be bombed.
Exactly. So winning Navy is pretty important. It's not as important, but it is important. But let's look at the build-up. Denmark going up to 27 ships. Sweden at 9 ships. Commonwealth going to 12 ships. Protestant League at 9 ships. France at 30 ships. GB going to 68 ships. Spain going to 52 ships. Italy going to 68 ships. Austria at 30 ships.
I do think it's gonna be interesting to see how active Henry is going to be as team captain on the battlefront here, and if they're going to try and zone out and collapse on this Commonwealth, because I've seen that happen in a lot of games.
Chat, you make the joke NA Immortal is divine. Okay, chat, you make the joke that NA Immortal is divine Dota, but I mostly at one point played Europe. Like when I was living in Boston, I was playing on the Europe server. It was only when I moved to California that I started playing on the NA servers. Because then the ping became like 130. So it's not real. And nowadays all the top NA players play EU. Okay, enough Dota talk.
Yeah, I think that's
enough. Enough for one stream.
I think a lot of people are just butthurt they can't reach your peak. I think here in the channel, the Dota segment. Oh, but we are seeing a little bit more of a troop build-up now that we're closing in. So, guy in chat was asking for how long the build-up phase was.
So there's 3 years left. So war's in 3 years. So we're gonna start seeing big army build-ups now. This is around the time you want to start building up your armies. You don't want to stack manpower. You don't want to be capped on manpower, I mean. So you're gonna see people building up their armies, and every time they're nearing their max, they're gonna build up more. And you can see that all around. No player is capping on manpower, and you don't want to be seeing that right now. In the beginning, it's fine, but because you're building buildings.
We can actually see Spain is giga committing on troops early on. He has lots of infantry alongside of the cannon stacks he's building. 360 troops.
Oh my god. Again, dude, Spain is burning right now in terms of economy.
The same with Protestant League.
It's not gonna get better. He's building another 100 cannons.
Oh, yeah, he
what?
is going to...
His manias are not built, so his eco can be deceptive here, but I don't know if this can last.
He's building manias right now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's building manias and he has lots of mana points stored up. His eco will increase by like 100 in the next year.
Yeah. But it's still gonna be painful right now. Losing 200 a month. That's like almost a full loan a month. Very, very painful. See a lot of players taking a good amount of debt. No one uses the war chest.
Denmark
can.
We've seen it multiple times.
But he took loans.
That is sad.
Yeah, the war chest modifier. If you stack money, you get all of these modifiers.
These are pretty good, yeah.
I mean, the modifiers are good, but it cuts into your build-up.
I mean, if you get like the early strong trade eco, right? It won't, but...
I want to get others' opinion here because I've seen both ways of playing. Denmark here has went Aristo, yet he's not building cav. He's relying more on his national idea for infantry shock. Is that the play? If you go Aristo, isn't cav better? Because you do get shock damage 20%. What do you guys think?
I'm not really sure. Like Denmark does get 0.5 infantry shock in its idea, so it's really gonna hurt not picking infantry then.
I have to
I mean,
say,
next tech is a Cav tech also.
That is true.
Yeah, so you're saying the 20% shock damage they go Cav? I don't know. Cav is
I've
so
seen
expensive
Denmark
though.
go Cav and it works. I mean, he has the money, he has the node. I don't think Denmark's ever gonna run out of money this game.
Okay,
I
fair,
have to
fair.
say, if he's going 5 damage shift, he needs to fight against Spain and not Commonwealth.
Yeah, chat. I'm just gonna come in and hot join as no name nation and win
Yeah,
the
that's,
tournament. Big build up here, and we're going into the 2 years from war mark now.
No, it's getting closer. Are we good on fort line this time? Do we have a fort line on France?
No forts
Let's
built
check.
by like anyone yet. No one with forts. Oh wait, no. Protestant League has got forts.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Protestant League built forts like first thing, by the way.
Really?
Like the first, yes, you can look maybe in the province history. The first or second thing he built was forts. He does
That's
not
a
want a
mistake.
repeat of last 5v5.
Yeah,
that's
Sweden
a
has
mistake.
forts, Commonwealth has forts, Italy has a couple, but France has none.
Dude, it was literally the first buildings he built. Why? Wait,
I'm
why?
wondering
What's
Safety
the logic?
first, yeah?
What's the logic behind that? Yeah, I'm just gonna build my forts first. Well, I get. You know why? Maybe so because he doesn't want to micro the building up the provinces he needs. So he wants to just make sure he has them, the building slots.
Maybe.
I mean, he does
I
have
guess-
the death cost for it though, but yeah. And I
It
can.
does, it does beat not having any forts like the France tried last game.
I'm not seeing a lot of people using the translated Bible from the.
Oh, it's for the army tradition, guys.
Ah, come on, man. Please.
Dude, it's giving him almost one army tradition.
0.8,
okay.
yeah, like. That's a bit
That's-
too much
Well,
comedy, yeah.
let's see if the Protestant generals are gonna kick in. Surely you
Yeah.
don't have like a Denmark with insane general pips that will get insane generals. So I think the generals should rely on Denmark.
I expect to see 7-5 Swedish generals, yeah.
Oh,
Those are going to hurt a lot against POCs with no defensive ideas.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's definitely interesting. Morale from army tradition could be good.
Is it
Could be.
though?
It could be. Yeah, one is almost a big number, dude.
You do like 2 battles, right? With the privilege, that gives like 1% army tradition. Then you RD 99, like 80 close, right?
Fair. And we can see Spain
I
is spreading his cannons. There's a cannon stack from Spain inside Commonwealth. Does he have any more anywhere else? Oh yeah,
I
he's
think
spreading
that-
them out around. He's giving one in each potential front, maybe.
That's a
Shipping
lot of
one to
micro he needs to
Austria.
do.
Oh, dude, France moved his capital. What?
Yeah, he's going
That
to
is the
Lyon.
play for the dice roll, right? Capital dice roll.
Oh, so he gets the dice roll bonus.
Yeah, and he has the forts now. They're springing up everywhere.
Ah, okay.
Sweden did it. He moved his capital to Lubeck node and he's steering to Lubeck. It's gonna be a Giga Lubeck node.
Oh. Oh, this is a big node. Whoa.
Yes, the anonymous user innovation is being used here.
160, yeah? From trade.
Yep.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, whoever came up with this concept, truly a genius. It's not LeBron though, it's an anonymous guy. Definitely, that Deadly Tongue guy definitely didn't come up with this strategy, chat. He didn't come up with this strategy. It was an anonymous guy. The guy told me specifically in DM, he said, Habibi, I don't want people to know I made the strategy. I'm a modest guy. I don't want people to know about me. Just say anonymous. So that's what we're doing. We're honoring that guy's request and we're keeping it anonymous. Okay, this divert to Lubeck. Giga brain.
Yeah, keep it hidden. Keep it hidden.
Yeah, keep it hidden. It's the guys respecting the guy.
Oh, if you look at Genova, France has how many ships? Light ships? 86 light ships in Genova.
Ooh, he's gaining so much in Genoa.
Yeah.
We're not seeing the tech where England was like trade bombing super hard. That was pretty cool. I mean, as soon as the war started, it ended. All right, 1 year for more, guys.
It seems like Sevilla has it pretty rough. Half of the node taken.
Well, it seems like they have it rough on a lot of things. No forts on Spain, no forts on Austria. They might be in for a whooping.
Oh, whoa.
Right now. Building the forts right now, don't you worry.
Oh, they are. Okay, they are.
Okay, yeah, they're building the forts now.
Time.
I think so. Let's take a look. Let's take a look on Spain. His fort will finish August 16, 17. Yeah, they'll finish on time for sure. Even before the war.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Just making sure. You never know anymore. Everybody's been sent into a fort shop.
Yeah. Has Poland built his forts? Yeah, okay. So everyone's building in their forts. France giga fortified this time. Giga fortified France. And that's good because, you know, France gets fort defense. Why wouldn't they be fortified?
I see a mistake on the POC front. If you look at the Baltic, he doesn't have a lot of forts there.
Ooh, guys, what's going on in Spain? Minus 300 now. He's 1/4 of his loan cap before war starts.
Habibi, look at the cannons that he has. He has 200 cannons, yeah?
Jeez.
With 200 infantry, like...
He has no manpower. We're a half a year from a war.
Yeah,
Speaking
he's
of
already started
manpower,
blackening.
Catholic League has almost hitting 1 million max manpower. This is a manpower nation, and he went quantity ideas. If Spain just backs Catholic League with cannons, if they play it right, they could just not run out of manpower.
Okay. That's true. I mean, that's true. Pretty true. Oh, dude, look at France too. 1/3 of his loan cap.
Already?
Dude, England is half of his loan cap. Okay, this is gonna. I think this is gonna be a quick one, guys.
I think a lot of people have to readjust to the amount of loans and the sizes of the ecos of the nations they're playing now.
Yeah.
Look at France going full cav. I like this.
That's so expensive for France, though.
Started the subsidies, but he's subsidizing only Sweden, and Sweden doesn't have loans. It's the wrong guy. He must subsidize France or England.
I think Henry knows what he's doing. You'll see.
I mean, it's too late to subsidize anyone else, unless, I mean, he could stop these subsidies, but he needs to reduce maintenance. He would have to stop subsidizing Sweden and then lower his maintenance, and then he could subsidize France and England. Yeah. But yeah, this is a rough situation here. I mean, they haven't. Oh nope, they've done usury forgiven. Has this guy done usury forgiven? Yes, he has. Has Italy done usury forgiven? No, he hasn't. And now Italy is the courier controller, giving him these bonuses right here.
Denmark can still subsidize England and France, it seems. I just checked, they can still do it.
Oh.
Maybe because they're not 2 years of loans, right?
Oh yeah.
He only has 9 loans.
Look at Denmark's loan cap. He should do it now.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah. Start the subsidizing.
260 loan cap.
Bad Nico, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
Oh, let's go.
You gonna do a dance, Habibi, for that?
when we hit the sub goal of 500, we'll do it. Oh no, we get the dance already. Let's go.
But there is now a new sub goal. There's gonna be a new sub goal. Habibi's daycare. I'm gonna write that on the list for the sub goals. Habibi's daycare final. This is gonna be the final one I'm doing, chat. The new sub goal, EU4 Arena Season 1.
Oh.
That's our new sub goal.
I thought you were going to do it anyways, but okay.
Well, we gotta make people pay for it a little bit.
Alright,
Just a little bit of
let's,
support, you know.
let's see the war goal.
Oh yeah.
Who decks first?
Who decks first?
Who's going to use auto clicker?
Don't you mean season 2? No, this is not a season. This is just like invitational. This isn't season 1.
Only the finest were chosen, yeah.
And the war has begun.
Oi!
French conquest
we
of
go.
Genf. So it's France
Where's
on.
that?
It's this in Switzerland.
Chris, it's not the fort. That is good.
This is the prequel,
Yeah.
chat.
Oh, I see the reasoning. If they get the fort of Wallis, it's easy defendable then, right?
Ooh,
To get
this
that
is-
fort.
The Catholic side has huge number advantage. Huge number
yeah,
advantage.
You're right.
Yeah.
With the quality though, yeah.
And oh, the Catholic League is already there. Keep in mind that wait, where's the Catholic League's capital? Where's the Catholic
It's on the
League's capital?
farmlands.
Minga, it's
farmlands.
Bavaria farmlands.
Farmlands, okay.
Nobody moved his capital except Denmark. I think Denmark moved his capital too to Forest.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
there's a lot of capital
Sweden,
movements.
I like this.
Sweden's
I
like
like this.
almost ditching the front with Poland. He's just not sieging Poland from the Baltic.
Yeah, he's gonna go. Okay,
think
so
this
this is
is
something a little
good.
different. All right, war has started. Catholic League is the war goal, but Sweden, a switch up in play. Sweden is actually gonna go for Nilko,
Oh, battle.
Naklo.
No policies on Commonwealth. Let's go.
Playing without the policies. Oh, he's missing his Cav shock and Cav combat ability. Two
That is
fronts.
brutal.
I
Maybe
mean,
stack wipe on Austria.
Oh, Austria. Potentially.
It needs to
16,
be
17, 18. Oh, he rolled a 1.
Not stack wipe.
Still big damage.
Oh, yes, stay.
Big battles
Smash
here.
Protestant.
And
he
oh,
goes
maybe another
The
again.
exact same thing.
Austria. What's going on with the Austria player? He's getting a cut here, but again, 14th of May, he gets out.
Yeah.
Oi.
Wait, it wiped.
Another wipe?
Wait, that was bugged. It wiped anyways. Did it? No, it
Yeah, they
didn't.
don't-
He just
No,
went one
it-
tile.
It didn't wipe on my screen. I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't
He
wipe. Didn't wipe.
retreated one tile. Yeah.
And Denmark is here. We can see where all the troop movements are. They're basically focusing on two fronts. It's Protestant League and Sweden are focusing on north of Poland. Meanwhile, it's the rest of the boys, rest of the gang, Denmark, France, England, focusing on Switzerland. Definitely not as chaotic as our last 5v5, but very interesting. It's static in Switzerland, but the battles are going here. But the Protestants don't have enough troops here. It's 3 players committing on the side of the Catholics on this front. But France holds the war goal.
Oi. They were pushed out.
Yeah, Spain is already in this one. Where's Spain? Spain is everywhere.
In Valise. Spain is in Valise. And then he's standing ready.
His cannons
I
got
guess
depleted in
Spain-
Poland.
This is gonna be an interesting one. It looks like people are keeping holding back a little bit. The Swedish capital is in Coburg now, so it is pretty close to the
Something
Protest-
that's concerning here, sorry for cutting you off, is that I've noticed England is kind of behind in mill points compared to Spain. Don't forget, Miltech 18 is a cannon tech, and Spain is already working on getting it, while England is behind in the mill point game.
You said one thing. GB has the institution and Spain doesn't.
Naval battle
Yep.
in
And
Genoa.
It's quite far away from it too. Getting the institution.
Who won the naval battle? Okay, France lost it. And they're
France
now
lost
moving into Italy. Okay, so they're opening up another front. They stopped the push into
Oi!
Switzerland. They don't hold the war goal anymore because they didn't get the fort.
I just want to say thing. Sevilla is still getting privateered, yeah, which is good. It's really good for the Protestant side. If
Yeah,
they can
that-
knock out
That's hurting the
Spanish
income.
remnant, yeah,
Spain-
46%.
Spain is right now 55 out of 131 loans. You got to keep in mind that there's not as much money, there's not as much manpower in the 5v5 as there is in the 4v4. They got to be careful. France also at half his loans. Italy at 14 out of 109, very far from bankruptcy. 14 out of 84 on Austria. 19 out of 89 on Catholic League. 24 out of 88 on Protestant League. 28 out of 113 on Poland. 14 out of 103. He's still getting the subsidies. Denmark Is he only giving one nation subsidies? Okay, he's also giving Protestant League subsidies. Okay, so 2 subsidies. What's funny is that Denmark can't, Protestant League cannot see Italy. He has no idea how his allies are doing.
I just want to say one thing. Italy's still privateering import. Like, should I say them to them?
Yeah, yeah.
Already control.
Okay, which team are they? Yeah, Weezer.
Which
I can't
team?
move into the channel, sadly.
What?
Yusuf can do it. Yusuf can do it.
I'll do it.
Italy's privateering.
Huge battle into now, though.
Continue.
It is in the French favor with 5 discipline over the enemy. That is the biggest difference right now. That gives them 0.4 in.
And look at this tech. Because France moved his capital to Lyon, that wasn't a -1. But guess what? I think Italy also moved his capital to a hill.
Firenze.
Ah,
Maybe
dude, a
he
lot
did
of capital movements. A lot of capital movements. Very
Maybe
interesting.
France did it too soon, right? And because of that, Italy saw that.
Battle of Naklo. Still running strong.
Yes, institution does give tech cost penalty. It's just vanilla. And now, yeah, you can see the tech 17 taking. Ooh, Spain has taken tech 18. He did it with the institution. He got the institution, immediately took tech 18. That means he has upgraded tech 18 cannons.
Ooh. GB is far away from the cannon stack. 2 years.
Oh, the dev doesn't have to be your capital, the large city. I mean, Commonwealth doesn't have it. He's 1 dev away from having a large city. You get more bonuses.
By mistake. Sorry.
Probably by mistake, yeah. But yeah, France, I think, does have large... France is getting all of the age bonuses. Wow.
Sweden, like, they need to send more troops to the Sweden front, man. Like, go and get overwhelmed and rush down.
The thing is, they're committing so little to the Sweden front. I'm confused how they also lost in Italy.
I mean, right now, what I would do is maybe try to assault the fort in Switzerland. Maybe they don't know this, but there's not a single cannon stack. There's no troops.
Yeah, they don't know that. They don't know that it's a free assault. And now you can even see Italy is moving his troops. There's a huge number difference. What's going on? It's a huge number difference. It's like 500k? More. Oh my god. It's like 700k troop difference between the two sides.
It's constantly the answer in this game mode.
I mean, Spain can move his troops, and he is doing that. He moved most of his armies into Italy. That's why these strait crossings exist. France is pure cav. But this
Maybe the good
so
play
expensive.
would be for... Sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I think the play would be to France. France team see that Spain is committing on the Italian front, right? Maybe they should rush down Spain. Spain doesn't have defensive ideas. Does he have defensive stance? He does, but GB can rush the forts. He does have offensive ideas. I think that is the play for them. Rush down Spain quickly.
The thing is, though, it's not just 1 line of forts. You can see there's 3 lines of forts here on Spain. So that's... And there's not like a nice opening. Maybe if you get Roussillon, you can then go to Tourelle. But at that point, I think they would react.
But you have to consider, like, they see that Spain is a lot in debt, right? Like 30k? Is it a lot for them?
Yeah, 30k is a lot.
Okay, yeah, maybe if they see that, maybe they want to try, like, bankrupt or hurt them, right? Like, scorching earth and, like, destroying the prosperity is also huge, eco-wise.
A naval battle is gonna happen on France, Bordeaux. Let's see. Oh, he instantly goes out and then goes in again. What's he doing?
The indecision.
Yep. The indecision. I think he saw there were light ships in this fleet.
What's he doing with this fleet? Okay, he's bringing it over to Sevilla. Okay, now Sweden's bringing his troops
GB's
to
navy.
France. England's moving his navy into the Mediterranean. It seems that the Protestant League has gotten naval dominance, though.
Yes.
And they have a huge number difference. Yeah, 3 times.
Wait, Spain's navy is trapped now. Maybe it's time to trade bomb Sevilla. Make
They're
Spain
doing it
bankrupt.
right now. With the, yeah, they're doing it
There's
right now.
France bankrupt, not bankrupt. Trade bombing. Let's see after the monster how much percentage he has.
There's
There's
these
also a
boats are
battle
on
now
no
in
mission.
Burgundy.
Are they
mission.
afraid?
There's trade boats in there, but he's not doing the mission. Not sure what's going on
Oh.
there.
I think he wants to trade bomb Genoa or something. He
Okay.
can collect in Genoa, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
attacking in Genoa?
All right, and then now it seems the Protestants are completely focusing on the France front. There's nothing going for Commonwealth. Commonwealth doesn't know that, and they still have a lot of troops in their lands with Austria and a little bit of Italy and Spain. But the Protestants are completely focused on the south.
Both of them have bad generals in these battles. Not sure why. They opt to retreat.
Now we're seeing a little bit of staticness. They're going now
Here's
for
the protecting
Silesia.
trade in Genoa. Look at
Yeah.
France has 60% in Genoa now.
Hallelujah. That will be help for the French eco. Yeah.
Oh wow.
150 loans you can take.
Oh, that helped out France a lot.
Yeah.
And then now
How much is
now
it?
Italy's hurting. Italy's hurting bad.
Yeah, 160 eco, that is bad.
Yeah. They don't know that the economic situation of Sevilla. I think if they did, they would have focused that on Spain, I mean. Because Spain went from like 200 income to 269. He's still bleeding 300 a month. But like that helped him so much on loan cap. He went from being half to being 1/3, about a little bit over that.
Spain is building a navy again. Are they going to see? No, they don't see it.
And even see Denmark, he's up here. He's blockading 2 provinces.
Man, he's doing something at least.
Oh, Spain
They
getting
play
hit.
for the war goal.
No one has bonuses here. France is moving up.
Sweden should contribute it like a 7-5 general.
Oh, Italy? Okay, that was close. Italy looked like he was about to get stack wiped. But now they're sitting here. There's no way for any cut potential from the Catholics. We see a little bit of movement, They still think there's a front here. And there is a little bit of troops on the Protestant side, on the Polish front. Let's look at the numbers
Swedes have
situation.
a 6-fire general. 6-5. That's a really good general here.
The numbers are still looking a bit doomer. Who's doing more casualties? It's the Catholic side doing more casualties with the number advantage. That is not something you want to see if you're
Goes
rooting
for a
for any
cut.
comp. Ooh, that's a nice cut. That's a nice cut. Guarantees the win on the battle. There's no way for them to reinforce again, which is the war goal. And they're actually going to go for another battle too. Does anyone
Keep
else
in
have
mind,
the upgraded
mountains
cannons?
here are only a -1 upgraded cannons. Sweden. No, not Sweden. Spain.
Spain's the only one that rushed tech in the entire game. But France is getting close. France is close. He needs to get it. It's new Cav too, which is huge. It's a big buff. Oh my
Is
god.
that why the Catholic
Stack
side
wipes?
is dominating?
Potential stack wipe? Yeah, I think that might be the reason why the damage difference is so big. It's a big tech. Tech 18 is a big tech here. New cannon, new Cav. With both sides having
stack
Cav.
wipe.
No stack wipe.
Stack wipe.
And Genoa's lost again. Let's see the war score from battles. It's -9.
I hope the Protestant side is still building navy.
Now we're into the new age.
GB is doing good in navy.
And then
I would
another
like
battle.
to see Sweden. I would like Sweden to build navy too, but
We can
maybe it's too much
see
going on.
Spain's cannons are depleted. Spain's cannons are depleted. And oh, stack wipe
Stack wipe?
potentially? They might. No,
no.
they reinforce in time. Are these provinces scorched? They aren't. Italy failed to scorch earth these provinces here in Lombardy and in Genoa. And Italy's going to go into the Danish army. immediately reinforced by the French. A lost battle in Genoa. France can take the tech, but I think he's waiting for the institution, which he's very close to having.
I think that's a good call. He still has to think about ideas, right?
I'm curious as to why France put his capital on the hills. Most of these battles were on grasslands.
Maybe he's thinking about Genoa? Yeah.
Then again, there's
I
no
guess
rampart in
Roussillon.
Genoa.
I guess Genoa and Roussillon. And also Fregarschaft. Sorry, I butchered that, chat.
If you look at the French forts on Spain, it's all hills, right? Maybe they're expecting to be more playing on that side.
Yeah. The Spanish cannons are getting very depleted here. And that's going to be more reinforced cost. But he's still not getting trade bombed. It's Italy getting trade bombed. But he still has access to another node. So it's not like the end of the world for him. He is taking loans. He's at 1/3 his loan cap. Which is fine.
It's 3 years into the war.
Cut into a cut.
Double cut. And now that's an EU4 encirclement. They've cut off the reinforcements, and that might be a stack wipe. GB retreated before France could get in. A little bit of lack of communication.
It's not stack wipe.
He won't be because 5 damage received, but yeah. During this entire time, Protestant leagues somehow sieged the fort from Poland.
Yeah.
Ooh. How did that happen? And there's 2 Polish players.
Let me see. Did he rush? He didn't rush. Maybe he did.
Well, you know, goes back to what Lee Krieger was saying. Poland went quantity instead of defensive, which he's saying defensive might be better here. His fort defensiveness is not that high. He's got, with the defensive edict, he's at 43. That means without defensive edict, he's at 10.
What is England doing?
England's taking a battle inside. No Admiral! No Admiral! He died!
No
The Admiral was assassinated!
macro.
No, and him! No Admiral! No!
France reinforcing.
And he got the Admiral, but it's not on the same level as the Spanish one. And oof!
We don't know how to describe the situation, yeah?
I mean, you can definitely tell that the Protestant side was focusing on Navy, but what are they getting out of this? What are they getting out of this? They were getting Genoa, but now that France lost that, that's a huge income hit. And he went from being 1/5 of his loans to being 1/3.
I think they still can win Navy, but like GB needs to take spam admirals now.
Yeah, they need better admirals.
Maybe they need to. He needs to explore. Like he's 80 tradition right now. Maybe he can explore like 1 or 2 times. Get a good admiral.
They're all going to the Poland front. I think that's the next front.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of movement of Spain. And has France taken tech? He's still waiting for institution. He's deving actually. Maybe he's trying to dev for more institution growth.
He's missing 1 province, so probably deving the most province with institution.
Maybe the co-op's looking for it.
Why did? I was wondering why Protestant League built a fort on a grassland.
It's Nantes, that's the province. I found it.
That pretty quick, dude. Maybe you should be a French co-op.
No, we got a cast.
Oh, Spain is pushing. Oh, he left the fort. Oh, he's no admiral, that's why. I mean, general.
Yeah, and France pushing again. As France right now, if I was playing France, I'd be waiting for the tech. Like, there's no point here. This is a huge buff to your cavalry. And you're going a cav build. Like, and every battle you take is just so expensive because this is not Poland, you know? You're paying double as infantry, while Poland's paying 6.9. They're cheaper than infantry for him. How is that even possible?
It's the Poland magic, yeah?
We can see Poland's wielding 740 troops on the field, while France is only has 350, and they're losing the same amount of money. Poland gets wiped against Sweden.
The cav is too strong. Yeah, but the power of quantity
EU4
ideas.
encirclement, though.
It's pretty sweet.
France can cut Nisa down. Yeah, if France just that's good.
Yeah, and there's another also here. So definitely nicer maneuvers on the Protestant League side. They're outmaneuvering, and that might be a stack wipe. Catholic League. Austria's trying to save him. And meanwhile, naval battle.
That's light ships. Gets destroyed.
You need those light ships to trade bomb. And Austria does end up saving the Catholic League. And without this trade bombing now, you know, Italy's doing a lot better economically and France is doing a lot worse. But they're fighting in the Mediterranean, and it's not even Italy that's pushing them off, but now Italy is building up a navy. So they're going to start contesting on navy too. They lost their naval advantage. The one advantage that they had, they lost it, and now they're losing battles on the land too because they still are so behind in numbers. It's double the amount of troops. Double the amount of troops. For Cleveland Cavaliers, no copyright.
Look at the manpower on Poland. Even after all these battles, is 1 million.
Oof.
Poland has just too many men. Like
many men. Wish
but
death
you have
upon
to know,
me.
like, Poland troops are still drilled, no? Yeah,
yeah.
Like, they are still drilled because of the drill loss, right, being 100.
Yeah. And this is the problem with Cav. Unless you get a lot of Cav cost, to me, on Cav, I feel like Cav cost is a bigger modifier than Cav combat ability. And, you know, Poland's not even fighting with Tech 18. At Tech 18, these Cav are going to hit even harder. And I think, I could be wrong on this. Eastern Cav at Tech 18. Okay, 7, 13 pips. Let's see, France's Western Cav. He just got Tech 18. 7. Oh, actually more.
Yeah, it's better. Western is better.
Western Cav is better than Eastern Cav on this tech. I think what we're seeing here is the big difference in the idea builds. Quantity ideas on two of the players. And now we can even see Catholic League is going for divine ideas. Is going into the other idea group. Italy can also pick a different idea group as well. But we have two nations on the side of the Catholic League that went for quantity ideas. Meanwhile, on the Protestant League, no one went for quantity ideas. No one.
Yeah, it's quite a risk as Poland too to take quantity, because the front line could end up being in your nation, and if they assault him, his forts would fall instantly.
Yeah, and the thing is though, like, they went for the quantity, but they're still doing more damage. Oh no, they're doing less damage. No, I'm wrong on that. Wait, what?
Roughly equal, I think.
About. Yeah, they're losing more troops even though they're against quantity.
Sweden lost the most, yeah. Already made on Sweden? What black magic did he do?
Yeah, it seems Sweden's gonna be out of manpower here. Almost 200k in the hole after this battle. But he can do the noble privilege recycle if he can get some influence down.
You know, what's surprising to me is that the techs.
Oh man.
The text is really surprising to me. There's Denmark did end up taking the tech now. Because don't forget, it's also a new cannon. Does England have the new tech? He does now. So France, Denmark, and England have the tech. So there's a tech advantage on the Protestant League side. Maybe he can outmatch this.
I think I understand
loss.
Why. If you look at like the Protestants tech, they're behind in admin and dip tech, right? Which like 5 discipline, 5 morale, right? 30-50 production you see. I think that's the reason why they deal less casualties.
Yeah, that's possible.
But how is the economic game? Commonwealth, 1/3, more than 1/3. Austria, 1/3. Italy, 1/3. Spain, Spain has passed the halfway mark by a fair bit. So Protestant League could be playing the long game here because France is 1/3. Protestant League about 1/3. England more than half. Is it the two guys doing the artillery are more than half? Okay, so it's very similar economic game from both sides. Except for Denmark. Denmark has a lot.
I would have expected Denmark to start subsidizing France and England Omega, but he's just not doing it.
Well, it's too late now. It's too late. He has He has more than 2 years income of debt.
Yeah.
It's too late.
That might have been a mistake. Denmark has barely any loans at all, but he doesn't have any manpower to use all this money with.
Yeah, Denmark's out of manpower. Sweden's out of manpower. Protestant has 400k. France has 500k. England has 100k. Spain has 160k. Italy has 300k. Austria has 700k. Commonwealth 900k. Catholic 500k. So not only are they lacking numbers, they're also lacking men.
I just want to say there's a clear big difference with the depth between the nations. The Catholic team are dominating on the depth.
Ooh, they hold 3 out of the top 5 are Catholic nations. No.
Habibi, I'm taking a quick break because I'm eating, but I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
No, take your time.
Genoa's being sieged.
We can't rush it. Cav can't assault. Let's get off your horses, lol.
What's actually interesting that you just mentioned that Catholic side has more dev. However, Italy did not pick the development cost Golden Bull. Instead, he opted for the regiment drill loss. Might have been the better play here, even.
It's number 1 is Commonwealth. Number 3 is Spain. Number 4 is Catholic. So 3 out of the top 5. But then it's pretty close. It's not that bad. Who's not in the top 10? Protestant League.
Yeah, I think that's the better play. If you look at Italy's drill loss, it's 100.
Protestant League, but he doesn't have institution.
Okay, yeah, then we'll have to wait and see after the institution. Yeah.
Insane ticks.
The Catholics are still doing more damage than the Protestants.
I think it's the tech, man. They're just behind in tech.
Behind in tech, and I suspect it's because they're not fighting with English cannons. It's usually Protestant League and Swedish cannons. Yeah, Protestant League cannons are not really that good.
And you know, these cannons are going to be a big problem. You can see Spain's doing a great job of always having his cannons in the battle, unlike England. It's a very unique playstyle where you got to always make sure your cannons are in the front line or like taking the battle. You also have to be careful of your maneuver versus their maneuver.
The Spanish fleet is going to catch the Swedish in the Baltics on a small trip.
Oh yeah.
Wait, Spain has the flagships of France and England.
Flagship collector.
The Swedish one. Let's go.
Oh no.
Oh.
But he's a flagship collector. Look
He's
at
a
this.
flagship collector in arena mode.
Dude, this Spain is actually doing so much on the navy with so little. This in the beginning of the war. Oh, now Danish ships are getting caught.
Another cat. Yeah.
This is just sad to see, man. They just those heavies are gone.
Yeah. How is he having such a big impact with such a small fleet? They were outnumbered. Another battle. He's a little damaged here, but this 6 maneuver admiral is carrying.
I think it's the combat whiff. It's the combat whiff. Like
It's also the fact that Spain has artillery fire in their national ideas, which affects navy. England does not have that.
Yeah. I don't know though. I've been told by the guy from Skanderbeg that it's only roughly about 5% combat ability.
Okay.
At its peak, it's like 8%.
Still noticeable though.
Still something.
Late game is still noticeable.
I think it's really the
At
admiral
least-
that's carrying. No one else has a 6 maneuver.
It seems like the 4v4 trend is repeating. They're just doing one big battle.
Yeah, this is nothing like the other 5v5 we saw. That one was absolute chaos.
Yeah, chaos. Oi, oi, oi.
That one was hard to keep up with. But yeah, they're just focusing on Silesia. Taking an even battle, actually.
Protestant cannons, yeah. I know, they are messing up the cannons, the Protestant side.
Yeah, I think they just need to re-engage with the English ones there.
Or even like Swedish. Those are also good.
Yeah.
Guys, it's a 1 million troop difference. 1 million.
And this,
That's so big with these numbers.
like, the Protestant side is losing every match here now.
Why doesn't the PLC siege Baltic? I mean, they're just focusing on the battles. It's more important than sieging, I guess.
After these battles, if the Spanish side goes for the war goal and gets it, wouldn't that be enough ticking for stab hits?
A little bit of ticking,
potentially,
yeah. I think.
Potentially, yeah. 33, win some battles. Yeah, it could be very close. It's not a show superiority war this time, so the battles don't give that much war score, but...
Still, it's plus 30 from
cycling.
battles.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not sure, like, what can NA Comp do here? It seems like maybe a build problem.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. This is...
I mean, I would have loved to see more sieges on the Catholic League. Like, you can see the fort of Coburg near the border with Austria. That's the only fort holding Bavaria. And Bavaria is all grasslands and farmlands.
I think it's probably time to just try to apply pressure somewhere else. Like Spain sending all these cannon stacks. If they poke him now, they must see his depth being like incredibly high. If they go on him now, maybe they could.
I think Protestant League should just delete the fort on the grassland and just make it so that every battle on the fort is like forced.
Yeah, it's not even the war goal.
Yeah, you don't want neutral, but it's worth deleting this fort, I think. He has other forts. He has other forts to protect it.
Okay, and now the Protestant League guys are catching up on tech. You can see that.
About time.
Yeah.
But Sweden's still very behind. And also, oh, this is why, dude. The England is really behind on Dip Tech. And Dip Tech 18 is, well, Spain doesn't have it either, so I don't know.
Navies.
Yeah, it's Morale of Navies, but people valuing Deving more.
You need the Diplo dev. If Spain hadn't dev Diplo, he would have been near bankruptcy. He's privateering the English channel.
I guess it's revenge, yeah.
France has 300k at home. With Britain's 100k, that's 400. I say they go on Spain, bankrupt him.
Instead, Spain is going on them.
This one battle strat is not working, I think.
Why do we see this time and time again, guys?
They just flag up on the Navy, man, for some reason.
What's concerning is that the Protestant side has siege ability. France has 20% siege ability. Sweden has siege ability and even went offensive. Yet they're not really utilizing it.
There's no assaults on the Polish forts. I think they would have fell really quick and relatively painless in terms
5k
of
defenders? Yeah, I agree.
No defensiveness, no garrison army damage. These forts are not expensive to take at all.
Yeah, like...
And Poland can't assault them back, right? Because he doesn't have infantry. I guess his allies can do it for him, but...
Where are you going to assault, right? Like,
yeah.
West Prussia, Königsberg.
Yeah, this is good.
North. It opens up a lot of his nation. I mean, it's not perfect.
You know,
they have
I know
to
it's
try.
perfect. If they get like the forced forts and they defend it, it's like a -2 for the Catholic
Yeah,
side.
I see it.
But like
Yeah,
the Coburg fort, look at the border of Austria, Eger, the Catholic League. That fort is holding all of Austria's nation.
Yeah, there's no forts there. And they see that. They have that information. They're just throwing their troops into a brick wall over Silesia, and you know this battle's looking good for the Catholics, not the Protestants. And despite the number, it's so bad now. Oof, oof, oof. It's.
Why do they keep doing this? Like no English or
Surely,
Swedish.
if we keep cycling them on the same tile, we're gonna turn
They
out
need
victorious.
to use their advantage. Go on Spain, take him down. He's 2/3 of his loan cap now. A little occupations and it's done for.
Oh,
Yeah,
they did
Spain's
like
losing
this
so
one.
much money, dude.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, naval battle maybe. France is protecting
battle?
trade. Oh, he stopped. He just
Oh.
stopped.
Sees the Spanish Navy fleet.
Yeah, that goes directly back into pool.
Dude.
We've seen some pretty big battles going on here back and forth. We're seeing a really big land force limit advantage for the Commonwealth side here, but they're not really using it and pushing it home. So they're gonna have to push more if they really want to secure this bag, at least. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think at this point they're winning really hard, but they don't have the war goal, so they can't start stab hitting. And Spain needs to start like doing some red alarms. You know, if the Protestant League won the Navy War and then just blockade and trade bomb Sevilla, Spain would be gone. They didn't even have to siege him.
Yeah.
And they had the naval advantage in the beginning, but guys, this guy Cristobal de Alarcon, this guy's a Giga Chad admiral, winning the high seas, has the Spanish flagship, the French flagship, and the English flagship all in one fleet.
Well, some would call him an Admiral Nelson of his age. They could have used him if they managed him out of a shore.
Yeah.
We are seeing some troop movements though from
Well,
the
it
Protestant
seems they're
side.
pulling everything away. Are they going for Spain now, or?
It's a smart play because Protestant has defensive and defensive, so they can rush it easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're moving everything. Are they
Yeah,
going
this is a good
Catholic
play from
League?
them. It's a good
Spain?
play from them.
Italy? Yeah.
They're going for something. I'm gonna go into the VCs real quick.
Yeah,
go
do
for it.
a VC check. Whatever they choose to do.
Going to NA comp.
Put a cannon stack next to it, next to the battle.
Oh, true,
Someone.
true. Just to like pressure them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I need to drill these troops. I can actually take my cav mercs. I have so much cav stuff. They'll be good.
Are we assaulting in Italy?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, okay. Then you guys need to get down here right now.
Now we're going in.
Can we do this? Do I have that?
Now we're in
Now,
Cleveland
maybe
Cavaliers.
it's gonna fail, then we don't do the Wargo stuff, but
No,
yeah.
it's gonna be
It doesn't have a good general on this Wargo either. You're getting.
Let's wait for them
attacked
to see.
maybe.
Do they notice? Do they
Yeah,
notice?
I'm killing it.
Do they notice? You can see
Who's
Daniel.
winning maybe?
It's
can't hear you.
private. They're privateering English channel. Or what? What's
No,
it
they're privateering me.
Oh,
Maybe we get a fort. Never luck.
England is moving Italy.
Catholic League, you're on
everyone
defensive
Italy.
stance, right?
Everyone Italy, guys. They're taking Corsica. Block.
Rush.
Oh my
Major,
god.
major blunder. Major blunder. Did you see what happened there, guys?
Yeah.
The Protestant League had a very big advantage. They sneaked their army all the way to South France. Catholic League had no idea, and that was their plan. They weren't gonna go for Spain. They were gonna go for Italy and rush down the forts. But they, instead of shift queuing their troops through the fog of war, they walked through the coast, which Spain can see very clearly. And I was in the VC when they spotted it. It was actually Kubus who immediately was like, south of Italy, and they reacted immediately.
Yeah, they're retreating here.
That just saved Genoa.
The Italians were saved by that huge blunder.
They have still time to rush Spain though. Yeah, they still have
Yeah.
time to rush Spain.
Oh, next to the war goal? They're
They're
rushing,
assaulting the mountains, but that's 100% defensiveness.
France cutting.
Beautiful play.
France cuts and combo. Beautiful play here. But Spain has a cannon sack on the way. Will he get there in time? Will the 14 in the
Oh, they ran out of.
They failed.
Oh,
They
they ran
failed.
out?
It's 100%
Rush again.
defensiveness.
Oh, it's
They're
no, he's
rushing
retreating
again,
in the
but
black
Spain
tank.
engages.
Oi!
Oi, oi, oi.
What a battle! What a
They
battle!
make two mistakes. They didn't let
Ah.
Swedish troops like crush the fort. They let English troops, and England doesn't have any
Blue-
manpower.
How many troops
Big-
did they
big
lose?
mistake.
100k?
Oi!
Yeah.
Was that a stack wipe?
Nah,
No,
I say
no,
like
no, no.
80k, 70k.
But now they're gonna get the war goal, and with the war goal, they're gonna be able to stab hit.
They need to engage this.
Wait, but I don't understand this. Why did France deck a grassland war goal?
Close by.
Oh, France.
Oh, France.
And
It's
guess
because
what?
they didn't really-
And guess what, guys? Spain got more loan cap. You know how? He's blockading and privateering now.
Oh,
Oi, 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 oi.
So like Navy is completely lost. Completely lost.
No, Denmark and Sweden can still build a navy uncontested, right? If they do that right now, it's too late. Yeah, they should have done it like way earlier.
It is a little bit too late, but we are seeing a final fight here for the war goal that is going to decide whether or not we are going to see them be stabbed out. So that is going to be interesting.
Is Weezer's team moving on to the final?
Yeah, if they win, you will face them in the finals.
Oh.
Dude, Spain
They have the
went
troop advantage. Yeah.
from that maneuver from Spain's immaculate naval gameplay. He went from being 20 loans away from bankruptcy to now being 50 loans from bankruptcy. That's a huge lifeline. Huge lifeline. The impact of blockading there.
Wait, France is privateering
I
them.
think the prosperity finally kicked in Spain, right? I think that's what happened.
Yeah, that also because they couldn't blockade him anymore. They blockade him in the beginning of
Are
the
they
war.
going to reinforce? Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Everybody
Look
is
at
floating
Spain
down here
taking
now.
advantage of this naval supremacy, blockading GB.
Weezer does that really good, yeah?
Weezer knows his stuff.
But look at France, privateering Spain. Are they going to get the Maftic? They did. Is Spain going to bankrupt?
No.
30,
But
like,
it did reduce his loans by 29. The
there's
economic
both of
play,
them.
like if they can make Spain bankrupt, there's hope because Spain is their cannons. Spain is spending so much and they're losing all their light ships now. They're losing all their light ships.
Even if Spain bankrupts, the cannons will still be there and they don't take morale damage in the back row.
They lose 10 discipline. Bankruptcy, you lose 10 discipline.
But he
and
already
manpower.
has 10 discipline on them, so it's not that heavy. If they are to lose this battle right
That's
here
a
that is
different issue.
ongoing,
That's a different issue.
The retreat from the battle into the mountains is a really nice play, but
And they got an encirclement on the war goal, so they're gonna delay the game longer. They're gonna delay the game longer. But they need to do something about this navy. It's gone so bad. The Commonwealth is blockading London. Oh no!
Oh, they're not gonna
they
win.
lose. They lose.
what are these cutoffs?
Chat, it might be Jover.
No, the horseshoes will make it there. They have the speed.
Yeah, the West
The
has
winged
fallen.
hussars have arrived.
Again.
Again.
Well, as you said in the beginning of the live cast, you should open a history book and read it because France is really repeating its mistakes right here.
I'm just surprised that Protestant lost 2 times back to back.
Well, they are up against Visa, someone I've played with for many years. My condolences to the ones that don't take experience into account.
Who said
An
the experience
amazing play
better,
here.
yeah, against the...
Pirating from port, a scummy move. Are the stab hits going to come in?
Maybe we should not have done training with these Weezer people. They might be good.
I mean, how did the training go?
We had a
Oh.
20-year 4v4.
Well, look, I'll
Must
say
like-
this much.
I mean, I think that we're gonna have
a.
I think we're gonna have a really exciting final tomorrow. I mean,
Yeah, I think so too.
I think-
I really think so.
if when I was in
Oh, they have
VC
50?
also, I think the fatigue was also hitting. You know, these best of threes. This is potentially like 8 hours straight of gameplay. If you go 3 games that go the max length, that's like 8 hours of straight gaming. Yeah, endurance plays a huge factor.
You'll be streaming almost 7 hours now, yeah.
Well,
Stab hits.
It is also,
I'm a little biased right now. Weezer's team. I'm not saying they're winning. The stab hits are coming in now, but I'm a little happy that they won because it is very exhausting to cast 5 hours in a row, and if we do another 2 hours,
that would be a little bit stagnating, but it is fun. That much I will say. What you have to do here is Spain really should be moving over to siege the Naklo fort to really ensure that they can move on. They could go to Kulberg if they take the Naklo fort, actually.
I hope Funny learns something from this and there's never sleep
Are
on
the
the
Sabbats
Navy,
coming in? Why are the Sabbats not coming
I mean,
in? At least not on my screen.
I think there's a lot of things to learn. I think what we've been learning from watching these games is that the economic factor is huge. Okay, and you have to remember we're playing EU4, and if you can get a nation out to bankrupt through just like making them overcommit, blockading them, causing devastation in their lands, it has a huge impact. Like,
this is really bad.
We saw.
They can't stab it anymore. Sorry.
Oh, they can't stab it anymore. Oh.
No,
How do you see that the French side deals a bit more casualties now? Yeah.
Well, it's a
They
-1.
assaulted a fort in Protestant
Oh,
League. That's what happened. Or they got this fort in Protestant League. Now it's 50% again because of ticking.
I think it's because of the blockades, actually.
We're engaging Spain in the south.
I think another diversion by Spain. They didn't rush Spain with no defensive ideas.
The stab hits are coming in.
The first stab hit.
First stab hit. Is he okay? Is he focusing admin? Yes, he's level 5 stability advisor, and he has stab cost. Okay. All right. He can. Oh, he's over his governing capacity. Oof. Oof. Okay, it might be worth to stop expanding infrastructure. Cancel expand infrastructure.
He has a co-op, right?
Yeah. That's what I'd be telling him right now. Start canceling expand infrastructures. This battle's looking good for the Protestant League, but they're running out of troops.
The second one is coming in.
They're building more. Austria and Poland,
I mean,
Catholic League, they're all building more troops.
At this point, Protestant League, just take out your mercs. Come on. Fight! NA Comp, fight!
One thing I do have to give in congratulations for the French side is for the first time we see somebody that's being stabbed out that's running the level 5 stab hit advisor. Take notes. Yeah, funny. If you're being stabbed out, take the level 5 stab hit advisor.
You will never get stabbed out.
You will never being stabbed out though.
But you know, also, yeah, tomorrow, yeah, you might be. Oof.
Is that a reset or is that a capitulation?
And they're assaulting.
Spain won in the south too.
Yes, Spain won in the south too.
That is.
Yeah, a lot of
taking max loans.
Yeah, the loans are coming out. The stab hits are pouring in.
How much does it cost to stab up? 154. Oh, he's got 5 months.
That's painful.
Being in minus stab doesn't have into
Spain is also taking max loans. It's not as much as France. If the Sabbats fail, Spain might bankrupt here. But will they fail?
Nothing ever happens, my friend.
They're taking out their mercs.
A little bit too late.
Yeah. One thing I also say is when you start losing, you should definitely run the level 3 stab advisor, level 5 even. You know why? So you can get the stab cost advisor event.
Yes.
Maybe somebody should go admin ideas. Maybe someone should go admin ideas. You do get like plus 40 stab cost, a minus stab cost.
It's only 5 now. It's been nerfed.
Yeah.
Oh, 5? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good catch from Sealand then, yeah, because people could stab for 5 admin.
Yeah.
Is that -3?
The base cost of increasing stability was increased in this mod. So
he's not stabbing up.
He's not.
Maybe he should. No, he's doing it now. He's doing it at -3 to yeah.
Yeah, but that does nothing.
To maximize the effect. Yeah.
Well, he's doing for the dramatic effect. Of
and
the
then
stream
now
of the
they take the
casters.
mercs. Yeah. Now they're all taking the mercs. Everyone's taking out the mercs. It's a little late though.
Yeah, and France is building up all he has left in his nation, losing 1.3k a month.
You're gonna have to pick up the pace.
Catholic League almost has 1 million troops on the field.
Yeah.
Will it be enough?
I think it will.
It's like 1 million advantage. Wow.
Maybe quantity is the answer then.
Perhaps.
I think not losing. Yeah, and now with the stab hits coming in, this is looking grim. They've taken out all their mercenaries. France took out all of his loans because
Oh,
you know.
here it comes.
Back wipe from Spain.
Here it comes. There we go. Attaboy. 2 morale disadvantage for the British.
Why is British at 5.8 morale? Seems kind of low.
He never focuses on morale, I guess. He goes all in on the artillery quality.
And France is out of admin.
2 months.
2 months, 2 more stab hits.
There is nothing we can do.
Will the battle even finish?
Mathematically speeding? No.
Get some Babunomics.
Babunomics says no. Or the cut up on Soloway.
Oof.
And there it is.
Within a month, I think we'll have a semi-final, not over, whatever. What? I can't speak. Final.
Our finalists for the finale.
I think I might have to get a sick day, yeah?
Yeah, are you sick tomorrow?
Well, I don't want to lose, yeah? I don't want to lose my winning
You
streak.
know what happens if you lose?
Yeah.
You'll have to pay the iron price. And
That's
there it
it.
is. Against all odds, NA Comp slips out of the tournament on a really good performance still against a really good team. This is going to make for an interesting matchup.
We
GG.
knew that Navy
Here
would
for
be so
the team
important.
captains.
GG.
Yeah, GG.
Navy decided the game.
Navy decided the game. The name of the game was Navy, and Spain really carried that game. I have to say that Spain did amazing. Did amazing in this one.
Yeah, Visa, the team captain, really pulling his weight on this one.
What
let's
happened
do-
with me and Kaiser here on GB?
Let's put some people in for some interviews. Let's hear it. This
Yeah.
is pretty huge. Against all the odds in chat as well, people were really siding with NA Comp on this one. They had a 25% favorability to win.
Yep. And
It's funny how half of the games are lost because of GB. Yeah, that is pretty funny, isn't it?
Speaking of funny, here's the bracket. We're going into the finals tomorrow.
So, what are we thinking here, Yusuf? Did you get surprised by this game's outcome? You were kind of hedging your bets against the winners coming out on top here.
Honestly,
you
I
feel?
did not really know what exactly to expect. I knew both sides were prepared. I guess the Catholic side did better than I expected, given I've never seen them play Catholic side in this map.
All right,
The
so
Cleveland Cavaliers.
just so chat knows, tomorrow's finals are 6 p.m. CEST. 6 p.m. I moved it back 1 hour just because it might go into the AM, and I don't want to go into the AM tomorrow. I have a meeting early on Monday. So 4v4 captains.
They'll be pinged with the information, I'm sure, but that's 6 p.m. Berlin time to anybody that doesn't know what CST means.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So 7 o'clock, you basically mean?
Yeah, right.
For me and you, yeah, 7 o'clock, Drowsy man. Yeah. So like my idea is that even if we do 5 hours, 3 long games, it's still 12 a.m. So that's fine.
Yeah, I think most people can live with that. But let's get some interviews going before people drizzle out. There's only Kakos left and he has no mic. Terminator's definitely muted.
Okay, let's get Terminator
Let's get
in
some,
here.
Yeah.
Let's try to wake him up.
Yeah, wake him up. Shake him a little up and down.
Sit down.
I think he was assassinated by Kubus.
Yeah. I think that.
Hello.
there he is.
Hey, Henry. Great games, dude. Great games. Sad that you guys lost.
What about that? But they played well.
They played really well, man.
You played well as well.
But
There's no doubt that you did a good performance. You go ahead, Habibi.
No, exactly. No, I was just gonna say exactly what you were gonna say. No, you guys played really well. I don't think you should beat yourself up against that performance. What do you think? Let's go to the hard-hitting questions. I don't want to keep you too long, especially after a loss. What do you think went wrong?
Well, in the first war, I think we would have won if we had played defensive. The first war, the 4v4 scenario, we had the advantage. We had the war score ticking from battles. They never attacked us once. I think we were just too aggressive. In the 5v5, it was like kind of more of a disaster. I think our builds were not ideal. I ran out of manpower really fast. Sweden had no manpower. I think we probably should have gone quantity. I don't know if there's a qual diff because Catholic League got buffed. I don't know. I think some of our, I think my build was kind of not the greatest. So it's like kind of multiple different issues. But the 4v4 felt very winnable. It's just they had so many troops. We didn't expect them to have that many troops, and they were very passive. and they played it really well defensively, and we were just too aggressive. So yeah.
Yeah, with the playing aggressive, do you think maybe a factor was the economic situation on Russia?
Yeah, so Russia was talking about how like his eco was terrible, like his economic situation was terrible. And that was kind of one of the issues, but he could have always downscaled. I think the main issue is we originally pushed because we thought we had a troop advantage. I had like I think 1.5 million troops. Austria had around that much. We didn't know they had that many troops. And once we lost that one battle in, I believe it's it's not Salzburg. Is it Wasserburg? I don't remember the province, but it's in Bavaria. That one province in Bavaria we lost that battle on. Then we were negative war score. And so then we kind of had to like take further pushes because our economic situation wasn't great for Russia at least, but their economic situation wasn't super great either. I think I didn't really have a chance to look at the save too much, so I don't know for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was kind of an issue. I think maybe Russia needed quantity. I don't know for sure what we should have done differently, but you know, it was a fun match. They played really well. They're definitely the better team, so they deserve to win. So
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I will say your performance from your team is definitely the third best out of anything so far.
Yeah.
So third place, at least for me.
Yeah, I definitely see you as like the third place team for this tournament. That's a consolation prize. Do you think you're gonna play in the EU4 Arena season?
Probably I'd play. I'll have to grind like funny. I'll have to, because clearly funny's the best. They play every day. So I don't know if I can do that, but maybe I can, and then maybe we can do something again. So.
I do private coachings if you want to see how they perform so well.
Yeah, Mr. House, Mr. House's services. You heard that, chat.
Dude.
Hit up Mr. House on Discord. Ping him in my Discord. No, don't do that. Don't. All right,
You
Henry.
can ask Luca. You can ask Luca where you learned it all from. But
Thanks for hosting it, and thanks for
playing, dude. Thanks for playing.
Have a good evening, bud.
GG.
Let's get Weezer in here now. Congratulations, Weezer! You're going to the final tomorrow.
Mate.
How do you feel?
Yeah, we feel good. This was, this was a good game. Good game. Feels good.
Yeah, how do you feel? No, don't talk, Lick Krieger. You're facing him tomorrow. But how do you feel? How do you feel facing off Funny tomorrow? Do you think you have good odds?
Yeah, it's the funny team runs on hopes and dreams, and they'll be gone tomorrow.
Oh, that's what I like to hear.
hopes and dreams, like the Poland policies this game. The entire game, no policies. Nice meta.
Remember what happened in the practice match, really?
Which ones? The ones where you got wiped.
I mean,
on GB.
Guys, this is unfair. There's like 3 people from Funny Steve here and just Weezer. We need to bring in more. We need to bring in more people. We need to even the numbers. Bring in Evelyn, bring in Kubus, bring in Urad. Now that you're outnumbered. Now you guys are outnumbered.
Well, Kubus plays up with us as well, and so does Mrs. So I think you're gonna find it a hard time to even Kako's. But in Visa's favor, I will say this much: that I think that Luke and the others are up against a teammate that knows how they play as well. He's gonna know exactly what they're going for as well. So it will maybe be to their detriment they're facing off against a fellow colleague. And Visa does also have more game knowledge overall in his favor. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. Yeah. Definitely, I think in some different people's favor than the people are expecting.
So
we saw what happened,
Okay, what do you think you went really well for you guys in this matchup? I'm talking to Weezer specifically, the captain.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, I brought in everyone because I felt bad that they were not in.
We were coordinating really well on the battles. Beyond the initial push, where they really did really well and got our forts, which where we had the rampart. We then reinforced the battles really well, where we didn't lose cannons. So that was really good. The teamwork generally.
Nice. And how are you feeling with this team? Are you feeling like it's a good team that you drafted?
Yeah, I think it's the best team I could have drafted, to be honest. I wanted a chill team that's not going to scream, and that's exactly what I got, and more.
I just want to add that we named ourselves Cleveland Cavaliers as a joke because we said Kendry is Anthony Bennett because he got drafted first and he's a bad player. But I think over the course of this tournament, it seems that he's the LeBron James #1 pick.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that spirit.
No, definitely. Like, some people put laughing emojis on the Kenry and the Kaiser first pick, but they're both showing their worth for real. Like, both players are playing very on top. No really major mistakes. Were you guys getting nervous in that last match with Spain? Spain's economic situation was looking very rough, Weezer.
No, it wasn't that bad. I was worried about getting invaded, but my economy was fine.
You were worried about getting invaded. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I kept troops. But other than that, economy was fine. I mean, maybe once they privateered me, but I put those down.
Yeah,
I
and
think
Very powerful.
How do you
did-
feel that you collected their flagships like Infinity Stones?
Yeah, 2 more, and my ships would have blown their countries apart.
I think England would have sunk into the sea. But I think a lot of people owe an apology to both Kenry and Kaiser because the people that laughed are not in the final, but they are.
Like you, Kuba?
Sorry, he cut out. Anyways, Visa, would you say that your leadership, being able to not being like shouted over, like we saw some like mental crumble for other team leaders today, not Henry, but some of the others. Would you say they listen to your like commands and stuff more than the other teams perchance, or what would you say makes you a good team leader?
To be honest, it's Urad doing most of the commands. I think sometimes I take charge, but I don't know. We just think about these things and we
Your
play. I don't
unit,
know.
your unit, yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
feel
that's
like the
good.
game today was easier than the one you had yesterday to reach the semifinals?
I mean, it definitely was.
I would say,
Go on, Word.
yeah, I would say that yesterday felt harder.
Okay.
Except the very beginning. Like the very beginning of game one, we lost all our composure, but I'm real proud of our team, how we picked ourselves up and we locked in from the middle of game one up until we closed it out.
We stopped
Yeah,
the doomering really
You
fast.
really pulled it back, and yeah, you're matched against a powerful team tomorrow. Some say they can't lose. Do you believe this, Urad?
Well, I know
Speak
that
up.
Okay.
Hey, get the
well,
lotion off,
I
bro.
know
Put the
they're
lotion
beatable
off, man.
because I've beat them before.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Ooh.
I remember when their team captain was new to the game and I stack wiped him 5 times back to back on the on-con. That much I'll tell you.
Oh man.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, I
You have to
think it
put
is.
down the bear, Mr. House, yeah?
Well, guys, tomorrow's the final. I said it on stream. I know on the original rules it said 7 p.m. CEST, but I'm pushing it 1 hour back just in case we have like 3 long games. I don't want to stream in the AM because on Monday morning I have an early morning meeting. So it's now 6 p.m. Central European Summertime. That's Berlin time. Be there, be on time, and we'll get the games going. Eat a good meal beforehand because we're only gonna do 5 minutes, but like max between matches as breaks. So if it goes to 3 games, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. It could go like 4 or 5 hours straight. And actually, last question for both Lick Krieger and Weezer: who do you think has the better endurance? Because in a best of 3 like this, endurance plays a huge factor, mental and physical. Lick Krieger, you start first, and then Weezer.
I think me and my team have the best endurance. We try to not scream, and we're
Still working on that.
I think we can. Playing the long game is one of our strengths, so endurance I don't think will be a problem.
Speaking of which, you reminded us, we did play one of our practice matches against the Cleveland Cavaliers. They won a lot in the early game, got like 70 war score, and then we just repelled and did the counter offensive and managed to win that.
Yeah.
I would like to refute that because we were under the assumption of old rules of 11-year stab hits.
Oh.
So if it was 7-year stab hits, the game would end very differently.
But we were also under that assumption. Counter reputation.
Well, coping is a very good mechanism to keep the mental alive on a team. So I think that's gonna play in your favor when it comes to
Any
endurance as
case,
well.
good luck, have fun tomorrow. I'm looking forward to the game.
Yeah,
I
and
know
it's
you
the
are
same.
too.
It's the same rules as today. We'll do a coin flip. I'll look at the matches and see who won faster against in the semifinal, and that person will choose head or tails. Then the winner of the heads or tails will pick either map or side. Okay, and then the loser, we switch maps. Loser picks side. Then the third map is a coin flip. Like heads being 4v4, tails being 5v5, and it's swapped. So if you played 4v4 on one side, you're now on the other side, and it's the same thing with the 5v5. Okay, so that's the format for tomorrow. Be ready, everyone be on time, and we'll have some really great matches. $1,000 to
Yeah.
the winners, guys. $1,000 to the
Yeah,
winners.
that's gonna be big.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe even more than 1,000 if people chip in now that they're seeing a funny matchup for the
Yeah, it could
final.
be.
Yeah, it could be bigger than that.
Thousands around now, a nice round number, but it could go higher. It could go higher.
Could go all the way up to, I don't know. What do you think, Luke?
I don't know. $1,000 is good money.
Yeah, you could use that, couldn't you? But yeah, we're looking forward to it. Hopefully, Lawrence returns as a caster. It was a pleasure casting with him for sure.
For sure, yeah. And,
yeah, and same for you, of course.
Oh, no, yeah, same to you, dude, Mr. House. Yeah, so yeah, it's winner takes all. By the way, just so everyone knows, it's winner takes all. There's like a delay period on the payment when I get it. So I'm aiming the 15th of July. And if you don't have PayPal, we'll find an alternative method to get you the money. Yusuf,
Yeah,
I'll just come to Beirut and give it to you.
Okay, man.
I'll just give you cash.
No taxes, no taxes.
No tax free. That's how we like it, tax free. Anyway, so it was a pleasure, everybody. Take care.
Thank you for hosting.
Yeah, that's the end of today.
Let me know if you need a co-caster tomorrow.
Yo, no, definitely come tomorrow, dude. This is gonna be me and you.
Cheers. I'm down for that. Hey.
All right. And that's it, chat. That's it for today. Tomorrow's the grand finals. Great tournament so far. Some great matches. Some nothing ever happens matches, but also some great matches. That's it.